This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska.
And welcome to Al Papik Field in Crete, Nebraska. It is homecoming as the Doane Tigers host Dakota Wesleyan here on a brisk Saturday afternoon in Crete. Brandon Axmit, Andy Klassen with you for all of the action presented by Ken's U-Save Pharmacy. Do you have questions about your prescriptions? Trust Ken's U-Save Pharmacy for answers on medication, health information, over-the-counter products, and vaccinations. That's Ken's U-Save Pharmacy in Crete, a Health Mart pharmacy caring for you and about you. Well, Andy, the Doane Tigers are on a little bit of a roll right now. They have won their past 2 games after dropping their season opener to Concordia. They've since rattled off a victory against Briar Cliff, 13-6. That's the last game we were here for. Then the Tigers went on the road to Hastings and took down the Broncos 52-37. They're looking to make it 3 in a row against the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers.
Yeah, they have a lot to feel good about. You know, winning in a multitude of ways there. They had to grind out that victory at home. That last broadcast we were on, winning 13-6, did just enough in that defensive struggle to pull out the victory. Then they go on the road and they win a little bit of an offensive shootout. So they're kind of showing you different dimensions to their game here after that rough start at home. Like you said, they're on a roll, 2-0. It's homecoming, a lot of fun, a lot of festivities going on, social distancing and all that good stuff still being practiced here, but it's still good to see homecoming happening and all the fun that goes with that.
And Dakota Wesleyan comes into this one at 0-3. Talking about that Hastings performance and last week specifically, Tigers swept the Conference Player of the Week honors, which is huge. You have Jermaine Derogene winning Offensive Player of the Week, Riley Heidoff Defensive Player of the Week, and Jeremy Henning Special Teams Player of the Week. That is not something that happens often when one team sweeps the Conference Weekly Awards.
No, won all 3, called a hat trick, right? No, this isn't hockey, but Jermaine Derogene ran for a career high 159 yards on the ground. That really propelled that offensive explosion on the road. And oh, by the way, that was the best performance by any running back or ball carrier for Doane as far as on the ground production goes since 2016. So real good stuff. This Tiger offense really coming to life for Doane right now.
And the last time the Tigers did sweep the Conference Weekly Awards was back in 2015. Nate Meyer grabbed the offensive awards, Jordan Pelletier defensive, and Drew Klein special teams. So there's a little history for you as we're getting a look at our key player for the Doane Tigers. And how about that? It's Adam Wasserman. We saw him take over that second half of the Briar Cliff game, led a comeback. He has retained the starting spot. That's not to say that we won't see Davidson as well, but Wasserman is bringing something to this Tiger offense that Coach Bessler likes, and the Fairbury natives getting the start.
No, you're exactly right. What he brings to the table is just like kind of this uncanny ability to get the job done. It's kind of offbeat. He likes to roll around, move the pocket, but when they need to pick up 5 yards on a 3rd and 5, he somehow always figures out a way to pick up 6.
And again, you look at his statistics. He can do it on the ground, 105 yards rushing with a touchdown. He also has 147 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. And we're sticking with quarterbacks. Dakota Wesleyan's Zach Lester. He has thrown for nearly 500 yards, 487 in total, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He's a redshirt junior. And this offense admittedly struggles, and he is the one who has to help propel this team and figure out ways for the Tigers to get on the board.
Yeah, and he really just has to trim down on those turnovers, putting the ball on the turf and those pesky interceptions. If he can play a clean game, they're going to have a good shot here to pick up a victory on the road.
We're about 5 minutes to kick. We'll pause for the national anthem, come back and get ready for kickoff here in Crete, Nebraska.
The picture's really clear. You know, it's really close up, and you know, it's kind of professional, like you're watching ESPN.
After a big game, lots of kids show up in my office, and they're always talking about, wow, did you see that hit by so-and-so, or did you see that shot?
They really appreciate being able to see it. Whether they've got family that's out of town, they're able to watch it from afar, or even if the weather's not great.
And they're always so positive about our kids. They're positive about the officials and about the fans.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself. Whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service, trust Kin's U-Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you gotta check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
And welcome back. Let's take a look at the starting lineups here as we're getting closer to kickoff. We'll take a look at that Doane Tiger offense first. We mentioned the fact Wasserman starting off here at the quarterback spot. Jermaine Durogene, 149 yards, 3 touchdowns just last week. He has really hit his stride. And then Josh Baker is the most efficient and productive receiver of this receiving core thus far with 2 touchdowns.
They're going to need another big one out of him here this afternoon due to injuries, really limiting that wide receiver core for Doane.
This Tiger defense led by Samuel Kretschmar at the linebacker spot. He has 22 total tackles on this defense that runs a 3-man front, a 3-4. And they're going to have their work cut out for them on the run game. As we mentioned, this rushing attack's getting stronger and stronger for Doane.
You're exactly right. They're going to have to play a very gap-disciplined style of defense. That's not always an easy thing to do when you play such an attacking style of defense.
Offensively, your leading receiver is Daniel Leibold, who is a Chambers, Nebraska product for this Tiger offense. Lester leading the charge. Then you have the big boys up front, Benton, Clark, Smith, Grotjohn, and Suckett.
Yeah, Leibold's going to have some opportunities here this afternoon. We know Dakota Wesleyan likes to move the ball through the air, so he's going to have a couple looks here, and I would expect them to try and look him up early.
And the Tiger defense vastly improved from week 1 against Concordia. They have really shorn some things up, and it all starts with the 3-man front of Robinson, Homolka, and Bodfield, but they're getting good play at all 3 levels, linebackers as well as secondary.
They really are, and you mentioned it, kind of rough going there that first game, but you know what? They had that kind of a COVID breakout or a scare there where they had to just suspend all on-campus activities. That included football practice. So a week before, your live game and you're not allowed to have practice, that's going to be tough for any team. So I think you saw a little bit of that in week 1. Now they've kind of turned that ship around, and they're really going in the right direction right now, riding this 2-game winning streak.
And the starting lineups brought to you by Crete Ace Hardware, the helpful hardware folks. And it looks like, I believe, Dakota Wesleyan will be getting the ball first. As we're about 90 seconds away, we'll take one more break, come back with kickoff here at Al Papik Field.
As state treasurer, I run Nebraska's college savings account program, which we call NEST. NEST is one of the premier college savings plans in the country, consistently earning top 5 rankings. When you invest in a Nest 529 account, you are immediately eligible for a state income tax deduction, and your investment grows tax-free. Nest dollars can be used to pay nearly any college expense, including community colleges and trade schools. If you'd like to open an account, like we did for our daughter, visit nest529.com today.
And welcome back. Ready for kickoff? It's time to enjoy the game. This message brought to you by our friends at United Healthcare. Want you to know that small towns matter. Brandon Axman, Andy Glasson with you.
Yeah, all things considered, I think this is going to be a pretty easy one to enjoy here. Another brisk Saturday afternoon college football on tap.
You have Neugebauer and Leibold back to receive, and we are underway here at Crete. Leibold gets it at about the 10. And brought down at about the 26, where Dakota Wesleyan will start the first drive of the game.
And that was real good coverage right there. Austin Simmons.
First and 10 for Dakota Wesleyan.
Let's take a look at our defensive key player, brought to you by J-Tech Construction, who are the official exterior experts of the Huskers, and it's Riley Heidoff when you're the defensive player of the week for the conference. We're going to talk about you again, and he is just a dominant force. 36 total tackles, 5 tackles for a loss. The anchor of this defense right now.
Yeah, extremely active from that linebacker position out of Raymond, Nebraska. And this offensive attack from Dakota Wesleyan, they're going to keep him busy here this afternoon.
Quick pass on first down. And it's a short pickup for Neugebauer.
That's not a bad offensive play call there from head coach Ross Sipple for Dakota Wesleyan. Go ahead and get a short pass, easy completion there. Get some confidence for your young quarterback in Zach Lester. And oh, by the way, it was a nice little 3-4 yard gain there on first down.
Neugebauer, the leading receiver, with 177 yards and a touchdown coming into today. Another quick throw, this time behind Neugebauer.
Yeah, I feel a little bit of that was by design. Quarterback Zach Lester kind of threw that to that back shoulder there because there was so much pressure. There was coverage on the inside. If he would have tried to lead his man, might have led him into a bad situation there, maybe even an interception.
Glad you're with us for the first quarter, brought to you by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Third down facing Dakota Wesleyan on their opening drive. Neugebauer motioning across. And that one batted, and it's caught by Lester, and he is smashed. So Jakeem Robinson cleaned Lester up, and that was Riley Homolka. You'll see here on the Husker Rehab replay, batting it down.
Yikes. And Lester very fortunate, able to corral that. That's actually considered a completion. Little tidbit here. That's Brett Favre's first NFL completion ever, was to himself on a play similar to that.
Well, that's not how the Tigers drew it up, and you know, while being compared to Brett Favre is a good thing, Dakota Wesleyan's going to have to punt it.
Not always a good thing to be compared to the old gunslinger Brett Favre.
Well, and that is a short punt as well, so it goes out at the 33, which is a net of 5. And the Tigers are going to start at the 35 in very good field position.
Well, that 3, and that was exactly what head coach Bessler was looking for out of his Doane Tigers, running that 3-man front, you know, a 3-4, and they brought Ryan Sokolkis on a blitz. They're kind of a little inside stunt. It got home, nearly came away with an interception.
Shotgun for Wasserman, who has Darajeen alongside him. That'll be about a 4-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, no surprise there. Going to your bell cow, Jermaine Darajeen, right up the gut.
And coming into today, 280 yards, 8.2 yards per carry. He has really found something here in his senior year.
It's the home run ability. You know, he'll do this to you, get 2, 3, 4 yards to carry, and then he'll bust one for 50 or 60.
Wasserman cuts it up on the option. Nice little shimmy there. It looks like it'll be just short of a first down.
And what you saw right there is why Wasserman has been able to kind of warrant this starting position at quarterback. The read, how he made the decision there to cut it upfield, make a nice gain on second down, and this puts the Doane Tiger offense in a 3rd and short, exactly where they want to be. If Wasserman would have kept working east-west there, it looked like the defense would have been able to string it out. There was nothing doing. He saw just enough of a crease to cut it upfield. That's what you want to see out of your running quarterback.
And Doane takes a timeout here. Coach Bessler saw something he didn't like.
And that's not a bad deal right there. This is a prime opportunity to get something on the board here. You want to get this first down on 3rd and short, so go ahead and drop the play you want. That defensive front looked like it was starting to shift towards where that play was going. That's a heads-up timeout from head coach Chris Bessler.
We'd like to remind you during this break, this broadcast is made possible thanks to Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits. Get the insight to your new favorite drink at Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirit, East Highway 33 in Crete. It's all you need to know. Also, City Bank and Trust, a full-service bank dedicated to providing personalized banking services to individuals and businesses in Lincoln, Crete, and across southeast Nebraska.
3rd and 1 for the Tigers at the 26.
How fitting, talking about Citibank and Doane University. They're trying to put this one in the bank right now, trying to find that paid dirt.
And they need one here on 3rd down. And Doane has it. And a couple more, keeps that pile moving.
And that's why you call that timeout so early in the game. This is a key possession here, or could become one. Right there, they saw a slant or something was going towards that type of a handoff, change it up just enough. Doane able to break through, break the plane, good first down.
First pass for Wasserman and a big hit by Dakota Wesleyan's Nate Ruprecht. And Baker couldn't hold on.
Yeah, Baker kind of went up for it, got his hands on it. That was a very difficult catch. I think if you talk to Adam Wasserman, the quarterback, on that one, he would agree. I kind of hung my guy out to dry on that one.
At the 22.
The ball's got to come out just a little bit quicker there. That allowed the defense to make a break and lay down quite a hit on Mr. Josh Baker.
Doane with the handoff, nothing up the middle, so he tries to bounce it outside. Not much there.
Gain of about 1.
Credit this Wesleyan defense. A lot of blue hats to the ball carrier on that one. Rallying up to the ball, corralling Mr. Doane as he doesn't go down easily. You just saw it there, but they actually got him for a loss. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Three wide set for the Tigers. Wasserman in trouble. Throws it on the run, and he finds his target for a first down. Caden Reimers, the Palmer, Nebraska product.
And a flag on the play. This might be a late hit, out of bounds type of hit, so tack on some yardage. But right there you see it, the ability to create on the run when the play breaks down. Adam Wasserman, he can create.
So this could be an illegal touching scenario. The hat is off the official.
Oh. Receiver might have stepped out of bounds and was the first player to touch the ball coming back inbounds. Doane's backing up. I think you're right, Brandon.
And see if we can tell from the angle shown, but he was running towards the sideline and might have inadvertently got a heel or foot in. Yep, looks like from this angle like he was well out of bounds.
The receiver stepped out of bounds.
That's exactly what the call is. Officials all over it. Today's crew: Randy Hagedorn, Scott Nicholson, Matt Keenan, Jeff Kopecky, Brian Wiles, Bryce Muller, and Ted Downey round out the officiating crew here this afternoon. And boy, that was a heads-up call right there. A lot of times you kind of follow the ball, you lose track of, you know, all those 11 players on each side. That was not the case on a well-placed call there from this officiating crew.
And tough break for the Tigers, so they're going to go for the field goal. Jeremy Henning, Special Teams Player of the Week last week in the GPAC. Will be a 44-yard attempt. And it is no good. Will remain scoreless.
And all the Doane faithfuls calling you Fredo from the Godfather. You just gave him the kiss of death there, keeping all that praise on right before the field goal.
I should have known better. And now Dakota Wesleyan gets the ball back. Looks like they'll start on the 27-yard line.
So give a lot of credit there to the Dakota Wesleyan Tiger defense, making the stop when they needed to. Got a little bit of help there from the officiating crew, but they're able to hold up, and the score stands 0-0.
And a quick screen just too far out in front of Leibold.
Yeah, you can see what Wesleyan's trying to do. They're trying to play fast. They're trying to play with some pace. But sometimes you force it, and I think we saw that on that last play there. You know, you still want to find that rhythm. You can play in a hurry, but you don't want to. You play quick, but you don't want to be hurried.
Brings up 2nd and 10. And pressure coming up the middle from Heidoff. Pass is dumped off to Oxis. And Jacob Oxis gets a short pickup.
Catching the ball.
Yeah, that was good pressure there from Heidoff. Nearly got home. And then how about Christian Herring coming off of his man, rallying up and making that open field tackle. That was not an easy play to make. Bringing up this 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 opportunity here.
And the Tigers again bring pressure up the middle. And nowhere to go for Spencer Neugebauer.
Boy, they sniffed that one out early. It looked like they had a slant going from the bottom of your screen to the top right with the offensive play. That's a tough scenario for Dakota Wesleyan.
The punt returner, number 16, Brian Lambert. Punting, number 35.
So this will be the 2nd punt for Dakota Wesleyan. They're hoping it's a little bit better than the first.
I think that was about a net 5-yard punt. Odds are they'll probably get a little bit more foot on this one.
And it'll depend on the bounce. It takes a favorable Dakota Wesleyan bounce, and it'll be down near midfield.
And there is a little bit of a wind, and that punt, it got up in there, and you saw it just get caught and didn't really move too much there. But as you said, Wesleyan bounce. So a little bit better than the last one. So you can see right now the game within the game, Doane University definitely winning the field position battle right now.
So Darogene gets it on 1st down.
Jermaine Darogene on the
and
carry.
there's about 6.
Gain of 6.
Just glides through so much traffic there. There's so much going on, and he doesn't need a whole lot of room to just get through that offensive line. And then when he has that full head of steam and he's taking on a safety or a corner, that's asking a lot for those defensive backs, trying to open field tackle a guy with the strength and power that Darogene runs with.
Wasserman going for it all and just overshoots Reimers.
I like the play call there. 2nd and medium, go ahead and put one out there. Go for the home run. But credit Wesleyan. Their safety was over the top. It was well defended.
You hear a lot of noise, and it's coming from the Dakota Wesleyan sideline, trying to get their defense into it. Wasserman hit as he throws, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, well-timed blitz right there from the Tigers of Dakota Wesleyan. That 3-man front, they actually gathered about 6 bodies next to the line, and like you said, there was pressure coming from all angles. Wasserman had to throw that just a tad earlier than he wanted to.
I think that was Keziah Owens who got to him.
Number 8, Spencer Neugebauer.
Neugebauer back to return the punt.
And the play design was to get downfield. There just wasn't enough time for that to develop.
Fair catch made at the 10.
The punter, when he received the ball, had control of the ball, Well, his knee has hit the ground. It'll be first and 10.
Oh, no. Oh, a bad break for Doane. It was a low snap, and look at the punter's knee here. They saying his knee hit the ground, and that's just down. Down right there.
I didn't want to say anything in live time, but I kind of did a tumble take at that. Once again, good on the officiating crew here, headed by Randy Hagedorn, for seeing it.
And so best field position so far in the contest for Dakota Wesleyan. They start this one in Doane territory.
Yeah, just look at the net yardage given up there. A little bit of a special teams blunder from Doane.
Almost a 60-yard difference from being on your own 10 instead to now Doane's nearly 40. There's a completion again to his favorite target, Neugebauer. Here's another look at it just for clarification, and that right knee is well down. No confusion there.
Nope, no doubt about it. And that's what you want to see if you're a Tiger fan of Dakota Wesleyan. If you're going to play a kind of a hurry-up offense style there, you know, stay within the offense, find your rhythm. That curl route there to Neugebauer, that's exactly what you want to see. That was a nice little comeback route there, found the soft spot in that zone defense, and then a strike delivered from the quarterback there in Zach Lester. That was a real well-designed play, and it was executed to perfection.
There's another little curl route and a completion. Leibold with the catch.
Leibold doing the exact same thing, just kind of mirroring his buddy there on the other side of the field. Just a curl route, finding the soft spot in that zone defense. There were white hats all around him there, and he just kind of settled down right in the middle. And once again, Zach Lester looking him up.
So second and short. Ball on the 25. And Lester going for the end zone. It's hauled in for a touchdown. Daniel Leibold comes down with it for the 25-yard score.
What a gutsy throw, and that pump fake is what really drew the defense, just kind of made them hesitate just a little bit. They looked back, and in that little split second, Daniel Leibold was able to get the separation he needed, working right down the hash mark there. Knew he was going to take a little bit of a shot there. Didn't deter his effort whatsoever as he falls into the end zone. Tigers on the board.
And so what started out with that special teams mishap ends up turning into points for Dakota Wesleyan.
Yeah, and it's a game of momentum, and the field possession battle that was being won by Doane was given back on that special teams mishap, as you just mentioned there, Brandon. And credit Wesleyan for taking full advantage, getting one in the end zone.
7-0 with 7:31 to go in the opening quarter. We'll be back.
Are you struggling with pain or mobility issues? Do you need physical or occupational therapy? Husker Rehab can help. With 6 locations, help is in your hometown or just a short drive away. Our goal is to keep you moving with the most modern and up-to-date rehabilitative techniques. If your life is being ruined by physical pain, come and see us. Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms, in Fairbury, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Nebraska City. Visit us at huskerrehab.com.
So the Blue Tigers strike first, as this is the first Tigers matchup. Doane is going to try to answer, but Dakota Wesleyan making the most of the opportunity that was given to him.
And they stayed within their offense. The short to intermediate passing game, quick passing game, they got into that rhythm, and like you saw, it doesn't take long when their offense gets to clicking.
So the return out near the 30. We'll see how the Tigers approach this drive. We saw success with the ground game on first down, then opting to go to the air, and it didn't work out for them that last drive.
Right, and it's really been a story of Doane kind of shooting themselves in the foot. They completed that third down completion, but the receiver stepped out of bounds, so that came back. Then they had a little bit of a mishap there in the punting game where the punter actually was on the knee as he got the snap. So a lot of these wounds have been self-inflicted for Doane University.
First carry of the ball game for Jacoby White. We talk about Darrow Jean and his 280 yards. Jacoby White not far behind, 198 yards. He's averaging 7.8 a carry.
Yeah, he's a great thunder and lightning type of scenario there where he packs quite a punch, weighing in at 193 pounds, and he's got a little bit of quickness to his game as well.
And White again gets the carry.
White on the carry.
It'll be third and about 5.
And I like how the offensive coaching staff for Doane, how they use both backs. They don't let one guy get too tired, and that really wears on defense where you're constantly taking on an energized running back who's getting after it.
Yep, motion across from Bo Collins. Option, Wasserman opts to keep it, and he is going to be stuffed well short of the first down.
Yeah, that was well defended, very well defended there from Dakota Wesleyan. They had outside contain, turned it back inside where the pursuit met Wasserman as he tried to cut it back. Got to tip your cap there to the Tigers of Dakota Wesleyan.
Bauer back to return. This is a very good punt by Caden Tice. They're caught at the 29.
And that's twice now where Neugenbauer does a good job of just getting underneath of the ball, calling for that fair catch, being very methodical about it. He's not going to take a shot and risk a fumble or anything like that. Just getting the ball back to his offense.
Now here's kind of where things went wrong. You had Tice's knee down on the snap of the punt, and then Lester aired it out to a bunch of his friends. And here's the scoring play. Lester Leibold, 25 yards. Replay's brought to you by Husker Rehab.
Yeah, Lester was getting into one heck of a rhythm, and he was really putting it on his receivers. Leibold catching a nice curl route and then capping it off with that touchdown right down the seam.
A little counts as a pass to Neugebauer, and he had nowhere to go. Defense gobbled that one up with Wyatt Bodfeld and company.
I'll tell you what, Doane is getting good penetration on defense. Any of these plays that take a little bit of a time to develop, it seems that the pass rush, or even when they got that little bit of a run blitz on, it's getting home. But head coach Chris Bessler for Doane University, he's a defensive guy, through and through. He's a defensive coordinator turned head coach. He knows how to turn up the heat.
Loss of 5 on that one. There's an incomplete pass intended for Chance Sorensen.
And there you're seeing that defensive prowess there. It gets you behind the sticks, shows you an all-out blitz, bails out in full coverage. Now you're in a very predictable 3rd and long, very long. This is part of the game where guys like Jakeem Robinson, Riley Homolka, they can kind of pin their ears back and blitz the passer.
Doane not looking like they're showing any pressure, and a timeout taken by Dakota Wesleyan.
Yeah, that makes me think twice too. Usually they have a lot of movement up around the line of scrimmage. So I think they kind of felt like, all right, pressure's coming. Where's it coming from? They're not showing their hand. Let's call timeout and talk this one over.
We'll take a break, come back with a 3rd and long for the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers.
Nebraska towns, I think they've always just had a great yearning for their town and their history and their heritage and the successes they've had over the years, and they're looked upon as local hometown hero for, maybe just for that one time, but it's something they'll never forget. And so we're happy to be a part of that as well. So highlighting the community and the people there. We get feedback from people who watch the games and see our name out there, and I know they appreciate it because their relatives back home will be able to watch the game, and that's a great reason for us to be tied together with News Channel Nebraska.
Third and 15 here for Dakota Wesleyan, coming out of the timeout. And that'll be short of the first down on the completion to Sorensen.
Well defended from Damon Brown, number 2 for the Doane Tigers. Had that slot receiver, stayed with his man through and through. Not going to be enough to convert the first down on a 3rd and 15. And Doane, they showed you that blitz. They all bailed out when in maximum coverage, and the defense did its job. That back 7 defended that last 3 and out. That was well defended there from the Tiger defense.
So Brennan Lambert back to return this one for Doane. Another timeout, this time taken by Doane.
Timeout. Go.
They had an awful lot of bodies up by the line of scrimmage. I don't know if they had a punt block type of scenario going on there, and then Coach Bessler thought better of it. Because right now you're looking at like you're going to get that field possession, advantage back. And if you go for that blitz, how many times do we see running into the kicker, personal foul, something of that nature? And if there was a max protect in there, that's just the scenario to maybe make a mistake where you really don't need to do that, because for the most part, barring one drive and a couple of plays, you're kind of outplaying Dakota Wesleyan here.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Loves Public Schools. To see what happens every day in our public schools, watch their films at ilovesps.org.
I love public schools too, Brandon. How about that?
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Now this is a punt Dakota Wesleyan can get on board with, and it was muffed, but recovered by Lambert.
Well, let's give a lot of credit to Tate Gale there, the punter for Dakota Wesleyan. That wasn't necessarily a clean snap, but the way that he bent down and went down and picked it up like a baseball infielder, did not put his knee on the turf, and he was able to get away a booming, towering punt.
This drive starts at the 31. Jean tries to bounce it outside. We have a flag.
Yeah, might be a hold. Hot on the edge there.
Tackled by Hayden Schmidt.
Jean's buddy's trying to help him out there, let him get to the edge. Might have been a hold on the wide receiver to the wide side. Ty Martinson.
Holding, offense number 62. 10 yards since by the foul. Replay, first down.
They're actually going to give it to an offensive lineman, Cole Bruns. I just feel bad for those big guys. They do everything they do right and so well throughout a game, and then we never recognize them until they make a mistake.
Well, the lineman could get that credit for the 8.2 yards that Jean's averaging a carry, as Wasserman taken down.
On the keeper.
As Dakota Wesleyan came flying in there.
Yeah, the defense playing some inspired ball right now for the Wesleyan Tigers. We knew that they like to bring pressure. They like to bring different blitz packages out of that 3-4 defense. Right now, head coach Ross Sipple, he's dialing them up and give a lot of credit to the players out there as they're converting, they're executing these defensive schemes.
Just an option. Jean pushed out a play and
knocked out of bounds by number 30, Nate Ruprecht.
It was Ruprecht who pushed him out.
And just kind of sticking with the theme of doing your job, Trey Bullman there. He's only a sophomore, big fella though. Was out on the edge of that defensive end, number 99 there at the bottom of your screen. He took quarterback, forced Wasserman to pitch it, and then the linebackers came in and filled for a very short gain there on second down. Once again, great execution from this Wesleyan defense.
Pressure coming up the middle. Wasserman chucks it and he overshoots Nate Fox.
And Wasserman took a shot as he pretty fortunate that this ball wasn't picked out. A little bit of a tip drill. He's fortunate the free safety wasn't over the top. That would have been an easy pick.
Punt returner number 8, Spencer Negebauer.
And a 3 and out for Doane.
Yeah, a little bit of a rough start, rough go of it here for this Doane Tiger offense.
We talked about the personnel between Wasserman and Davidson, and 3rd and long is not when you can play to Wasserman's strengths. And we have a great, maybe partial block there by Dakota Wesleyan.
Yeah, well, we talked about how the Dakota Wesleyan sideline was playing with, or had a lot of energy, really cheering each other on there, even when things weren't going their way. And now they're really hooping and hollering over there, everybody wearing blue. And why not? Big play on special teams once again. Another prime opportunity coming the way of another special teams, kind of a mishap here for Doane University.
That's Samuel Kretschmer, who got his fingertips on that one, and great field position, as you mentioned, Andy, as Dakota Wesleyan tries to add to its 7-point lead.
Now Kretschmer is one of those linebackers, very active, works well from sideline to sideline. That occasion was able to blitz, put some pressure on the punter, and comes away with a big play, setting our offense up here.
All handed off to Jaden Blumendahl. Gets 3.
Robinson on the tackle.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that don't always work for a lot of yardage for this Tiger offense, but they have to go to that run every now and then to keep that defense honest. I believe their strength is the short to medium passing game, but in order to execute that and execute it well, you got to keep those defenders honest and run those inside zones every now and then.
Lester with time, right up the middle again, and it's caught by Jacob Oxis. We do have a flag.
You have a flag, but I'll tell you what, kind of like what you're seeing from Mr. Zach Lester. Quarterback's doing a fine job stepping up in the pocket and really putting it on his receivers. Catchable balls, hitting his guys in stride.
Number 13 was covered up on the play. By rule, we have an eligible receiver, downfield number 13. That's a 5-yard penalty for the previous spot, and we'll replay 2nd down.
So Doane will take that.
Yeah, a little help there. As the outside receiver was on the line, that meant number 13, Jacob Oxis, that made him ineligible. He was actually a blocker on that play. So a little bit of a miscommunication offensively kind of opens the door here for Doane.
Play action. Out in the flat, and a big hit coming up from Christian Herring.
Yeah, Herring's already done that a couple times here. The Fall City native, kind of a specialist at pulling off those open field tackles. Man, those aren't easy to do. And once again, he was coming off his coverage, rallying up and helping his defense out, bringing up a 3rd and long. Another typical blitzing situation here for this Chris Bessler-led defense.
Just over a minute remaining here in the opening quarter. 7-0 lead for Dakota Wesleyan. Completion there to Garrett Detterman.
Pass is caught. The Doane tackler, number 2, Damon Brown.
Once again, I like the technique, the discipline there shown from the cornerback, Damon Brown. Gave a little bit of cushion, knew that he could give that cushion, and then he kept his feet. He didn't go for the first juke or second move inside, outside, kept the player in front of him, pulled off a nice open field tackle, and that also allowed for his defense to rally up to the football. Now we got a 4th and 5, 4th and 6, and looks like Wesleyan might roll the dice here. Yeah, might have a timeout as they want to talk things over.
That's exactly what they'll do. Take a timeout with 26 seconds remaining here in the quarter.
Dakota Wesleyan, their second charge timeout.
So Dakota Wesleyan leading 7-0. And here's why. Quarterback Lester hitting his buddy Daniel Leibel for a 25-yard strike.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style? And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers. From classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
So coming out of the timeout, it looks like Dakota Wesleyan is going to try to go for it here.
Yeah, they're kind of in no man's land right here. If you don't have a kicking unit that you have a lot of faith in, but you're well within the red zone or close to it, odds are that, you just want to go for it. You're not going to gain a whole lot here punting the ball away.
Pressure coming and incomplete. You had Riley Heidoff bearing down, forcing the bad throw.
Yeah, and Heidoff had to get there as they went with pretty much an all-out blitz. There was man-to-man coverage across the board there. So those opportunities there for Dakota Wesleyan to come away with the big play on 4th down, but credit head coach Chris Fessler for dialing up a blitz and it getting home once again.
Doane takes over with 22 seconds remaining here in the quarter. And White picks up 4, and that will do it for the first quarter. Clock will run down.
And that really has been the strong suit of Doane University, just running that off tackle, that little zone read handoff. Haven't been able to get to the edge much throughout the running game, but between the tackles or off tackle, that's been somewhat productive for him offensively. I look to him to kind of look up that run here in the second quarter, maybe a little bit more.
7-0 your score after 1. We'll be back.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, a physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com.
Second quarter. First snap, Wasserman throws it. It's caught by Baker. Actually may go down as a loss.
Yeah, the timing was really off from the get-go on that play. And I mean, I like what Doane's trying to do. They're trying to work the edge. They're trying to get to the outside and, make that defense work from sideline to sideline. But when the pressure gets there, and that time it did, Jermaine Aaron, forcing Wasserman, the quarterback, to kind of deliver that ball once again, kind of a half step early.
Brings up another 3rd down. 4 wide set for the Tigers. Wasserman chucking it, and nobody home.
Yeah, kind of looks like a miscommunication between his buddy Lambert, the receiver that was working across the field there. He broke it off for a down and in, didn't go with that skinny post, and I believe the post is what the quarterback, Adam Wasserman, was looking for.
So this offense that's had success the past couple of weeks, a little slow here thus far. And Tice Not a great punt.
You know, that kind of looked like Dakota Wesleyan's punt when they were punting into the wind. It might be affecting it just a little bit more than we think here. You know, we're up in the crow's nest, but those flags, they're getting blown backwards, and that was another punt where it worked up in the air and it looked like it just got caught by a net.
And Dakota Wesleyan will start on Doane's 40-yard line.
And for the only scoring drive of this game, that's what really kickstarted. The field position battle kind of got flipped there off of a penalty, and Dakota Wesleyan took full advantage, you know, for a short 3-play drive. Good on him, but here's another opportunity to work with the short field.
Total offense from the first quarter, Dakota Wesleyan 58 yards, Doane at 22 yards.
We're looking at another defensive battle here.
Lester going up top and in and out of the hands of Preston Emerson. That would have been one heck of a catch, and he almost hauled that thing in.
Emerson had the half step, and he had the ball in his hands, but when he hit the turf, it just kind of jarred it loose. We'll get a good look at it here, the Husker Rehab replay. Oh.
Dang.
Doesn't get much closer than that. How about the play call? Going deep, trying to dial one up.
Well, you have the wind at your back. You saw Dakota Wesleyan trying to take advantage there. They go back to the air, and that one over Emerson's head.
Now one of the few misfires here from Zach Lester as he just kind of sailed that one. His receiver, once again, did a nice job settling down in an open part of that zone defense. And see, when you move the pocket like you saw right there from the top of your screen to the bottom, you kind of evade that rush and it gives yourself time. But that's difficult, delivering those type of balls into those windows when you're on the run. That's a difficult task. For the most part, Zach Lester's been delivering.
So 3rd and 10. Heidoff bringing pressure from the outside. And they get to the quarterback and bring him down. Bodfeld, Heidoff, and company in on the sack.
Yeah, Bodfeld, Heidoff, and let's give a lot of credit to the back seven. That was a team sack right there, tackle for loss. As the coverage held, Lester had nowhere to go with the ball, and then the rush finally got home. There's Homolka, big number 93. It's kind of a meeting at the quarterback there for that Tiger defense.
We'll give credit to all three, Bodfield, Heidoff, and Homolka.
Is that a third sack then? You hear
Yep,
half sack.
Break it down to thirds. Got to be fair.
Next level stats here for NCN. I love it.
4th and 16, and it's a very low snap flying in there, and it somehow gets away, and oh my goodness.
Wow.
Dakota Wesleyan ends up downing it inside the 5.
Tate Gale, I thought he made the play of the special teams play of the game last time. Look at this, the concentration, and then I don't know how he evaded this tackle, but he does. And look at this punt. He pins the Doane Tigers inside the 5. Oh my.
And you talk about the special teams. We said how it was a 60-yard difference when Doane's punter had his knee down when they had their pin at the 10. Instead, Dakota Wesleyan got it on the 40 and got to go and score from it. And that's about the same, a 60-yard swing for the Tigers in the wrong direction.
Yeah, barring that first, 5-yard punt there from Dakota Wesleyan, their special teams has been on point, winning that 1/3 of the game, offense, defense, and special teams.
That carry for Doane goes for 4.
2nd down and 6 at the 7.
And right now, the Tigers trying to figure out how to get their offense clicking. Wasserman keeps it up the far side and close to a first down.
Nice read, nice play call there. A heavy dose of Jermaine Doane is, I think, what this Tiger offense needs. You go to him first down for a good gain, then you do a zone read, and Wasserman saw the crease there, pulls the ball, gets that first down, and kind of gets his offense out of trouble.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 14.
And it was enough to move the chains. Throws on the run, and it's a catch for Reimers. has a couple defenders to beat in a foot race, and Reimers is brought down in Dakota Wesleyan territory. A touchdown saving tackle by Nate Ruprecht.
And that's where Wasserman's at his best, where he's moving the pocket. It looked like he was going to run the ball, and that brought the defenders up. You saw a couple of defenders looking back, thinking, all right, I got to rally up and help my guys. You do that, and Wasserman throws the ball and delivers a real nice one to his buddy. Big gain there for the Tiger offense.
This time he'll keep it on the RPO. Wasserman.
Good block.
And now you're feeling a little bit of momentum starting to roll in the Tigers' favor.
You really are. Those 5- and 6-yard gains that Wasserman's getting consistently from through the quarterback running game, those pay big dividends, not only, you know, in the present, but on down the game. You see those start to get broke for 10 and 11 yards are big gains.
This broadcast is brought to you thanks to Nest 529 College Savings Plan. Wasserman pumps, throws it up for Reimers into double coverage. It's picked off. Adam DeYoung with the interception, and look out. DeYoung hauled down by Wasserman to save the pick six.
Yeah, DeYoung did an excellent job knowing where his offensive responsibility was. Really high point in the ball there, coming over from that safety spot, helping his buddy out, his corner. And then he put on quite a return there.
The ball's at the 36-yard line.
My goodness, it just kind of felt like Doane was getting greedy there on offense. Electing to go for a home run where you're moving the ball fairly well with that zone attack, that zone option. But I tell you what, when you get a defense on their heels like that, sometimes it's fun to go ahead and go for one, but just on that occasion, Dakota Wesleyan, they're ready for it.
Handoff here to Jamin Errand on first down, his first carry.
Wow, just what a swing of events there, Brandon. And it just seems like a lot of these big plays, especially the really big momentum shifting plays, have all been on the side of Dakota Wesleyan.
7-0 your score.
Yeah, now you're asking the Doane defense here for another short field defensive stop.
Lester. And that was nearly in the hands of Damon Brown.
Yeah, Damon Brown's been playing a heck of a good game. Stayed deeper than the deepest, kept outside responsibility. You also saw him come up on run support on a couple occasions already. What a versatile cornerback Doane University has there in Mr. Brown.
Third down. Tigers would love to get back off the field on defense. Play action. And is it intercepted?
Heidoff. Heidoff made one heck of a, no, excuse me, who was that?
Robinson with the pick.
Robinson, midway through that play, realized, oh my goodness, I have pass responsibilities. I got to get to the flats. Stopped his rush, bailed out, and went right to where this ball was going. Look at him diagnose this play. Slow to read, quick to react. Big time turnover when the Doane University Tigers needed it.
And that is a veteran play by a senior, like you mentioned, to recognize, read, and react to what was going on. The Kearney product getting the ball back for his team. Wasserman with the carry.
Wasserman on the carry. Tackle by number 30, Nate.
Yeah, Robinson, he just diagnosed that play, read it, and went right to that spot. Had a feeling where that ball was going, and boy, he was right. Geez, with all these big plays, I feel like we're just burning through this game. There's still 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
And a high snap. Wasserman barely able to get his fingertips on it and ends up turning it into a 1-yard gain. That's another one that could have
Right.
Very easily gone the wrong way for the Tigers. They're kind of riding their luck a little bit.
They really are. And it's kind of a microcosm as how this game has really gone thus far for Doane. You have a really nice play on first down, and then you kind of give it back on second down with a little bit of a mishap, an unforced error, if you will.
The option pitch to White. He gets around the corner, and White with a big pickup, tackled at the 35.
Now that's where I feel that Doane University Tigers, where their offensive unit is at their best. That was all set up by Jermaine Dogene, the fake handoff between the tackles. Then you had Wasserman working the traditional option to the wide side of the field, force the defense commit, perfect pitch out to his buddy in White, and then White turns on the afterburners, big gain.
You have a wheel route going deep. It's picked off again. Jacob Zamora with the INT.
Kind of a carbon copy of the last drive, wasn't it? Had a little bit of success running the ball. Then you go for the big hitter, and it nips you in the bud.
You had Jeremiah Payne, who was in motion prior to the snap. He was running a wheel route, and that was designed for him the whole time. There was no question where Wasserman was going to throw it. And you just had good defense by Dakota Wesleyan.
Yeah, Zamora, the cornerback, stayed with his man the entire time. Once again, great position from that cornerback, keeping the defender on his hip and making a play on the ball.
Now, positive thing for Doane for turning it over. You have them pinned on the 1 right now. And so you certainly don't want to let them get any more room to work with and see if you can force a safety or at least a 3 and out. And there, Dakota Wesleyan quarterback Lester gets about 2.
Yep, quick snap. Quarterback keeper. Not a bad gain on there on first down.
Second down and 7 at the 5.
I'll actually say 2nd and 7.
Yeah, 3-yard gain there on just a quarterback keeper, getting him out of the end zone.
3 wide set as Dakota Wesleyan now with a little bit of room to work with.
Ooh.
And filling that hole, nowhere to go for Aaron.
Deskakis once again, the Omaha native.
Gain of 1. 3rd down and 6 at the 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And that's just real good gap responsibility on that 3-4 defense. Everyone staying true to their assignment. Big 3rd down.
Hideoff coming up the middle, and it's incomplete. So the Tiger defense forces a 3 and out.
Coverage by number 19.
Yeah, Doane's defense holds up their end of the bargain. Quick 3 and out. Still plenty of time left on the clock. Going to give their offense what looks to be good field position here. Another crack at tying this one up. The punting game hasn't exactly been on point for either one of these units. Wouldn't be surprised to see Doane bring a little pressure here.
Lambert is sitting right at midfield, waiting for the return. And if he can turn on the jets, he can get to the corner. Lambert about a 17-yard return, and Andy, as you alluded to, some pretty good field position for Doane.
Yeah, and Lambert, like you said, really turned on the afterburners, was able to get that corner, and I'm going to give a lot of credit to his buddies there for not getting a block in the back as the whole defense was kind of shifting that way. But the Tigers, Doane Tigers, laid off that, no penalty, and as you mentioned, great field position here. Quite the opportunity for this Doane offense.
This broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to United Healthcare, where small towns matter. And off to Darogene. He's brought down on the play by Dominic Warmbine.
Dominic Warmbine on the tackle. 2nd down and 10 at the 33.
And we've been talking a lot about Doane's defense, which they've been out on the field quite often here, and they've made some big plays. How about this Dakota Wesleyan defense?
It's an offense that put up 50-plus points last week against Hastings, and right now they've been shut out. White cuts it up. It's across the 30.
I give a lot of credit to that back seven, especially these corners and free safeties. Great communication. 2 takeaways, last 2 defensive stands there. That ball goes up in the air. They're like ball hawks, just going and finding it. And then the front 3, that 3-man front's doing just enough to really kind of stymie to bottle up this rushing attack.
Right back to White. Looks like he'll be maybe a yard short of the first down.
And see, that's what I'm talking about. Just enough to force this 4th down, kind of putting the pressure back on Doane.
Tiger offense stays out there. Bo Collins, the fullback, alongside Wasserman. He's the lead blocker for White, who gets enough.
Oh, White made one heck of an adjustment. That play was supposed to go to his right, to the bottom of your screen. That was totally blown up by the defense. Made a move left, got enough for that first down. That was an excellent read there from number 22, White. I tell you what, this wind is coming in on gusts. We're seeing a lot of flags really on the end of the sticks here, you know, in the end zone from the American flag and whatnot. I think that's kind of weighing in on these coaches for not electing to go for the field goal at this side of the field.
Doane who rumbles forward. Good pickup on first down.
We saw that same call from the offensive coaching staff from Dakota Wesleyan. They had an opportunity to kick a field goal on this side of the field, elected to go for it, didn't get it. You saw the same decision right there from the Doane offensive coaching staff.
Doane again, right up the gut. Kyle's still moving. Should be close to a first.
Yeah, this might be a little bit of a statement drive here for the Doane Tigers.
3rd and 1 for the Tigers.
They like to play flashy, they like to play fast, but I think their strength is Jermaine Doane, Kobe White, and Wasserman running the football. And thus far, that's what they've been doing. And here we go again, another 3rd and short.
Jeremiah Payne motions across. Doane makes the first defender miss and gets enough for a first down.
Gain of about 2.
My goodness, he was dead to rights there as Sam Kirchmar came up just free, unblocked, met him in the backfield. With that strength we were talking about, Doane able to spin out of it, fall forward, and pick up a first down. So yeah, it's not a big flashy play. It's not a 60-yard bomb or anything like that, but hey, it's a first down.
Right back to Doane up the middle. Tackled just short of the end zone.
Yeah, now you're seeing Doane really attacking that 3-man front, running in between the tackles here with Jermaine Doane and Jacoby White. I think this is a point in the game where everybody knows what's coming. We have a timeout on the field. I think Dakota Wesleyan wants to catch a breather for their defense.
Wesleyan, their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
We'll take a timeout as well. The Tigers knocking at the door before half.
As state treasurer, I run Nebraska's college savings account program, which we call NEST. NEST is one of the premier college savings plans in the country, consistently earning top 5 rankings. When you invest in a NEST 529 account, you are immediately eligible for a state income tax deduction, and your investment grows tax-free. NEST dollars can be used to pay nearly any college expense, including community colleges and trade schools. If you'd like to open an account, like we did for our daughter, visit nest529.com today.
Well, the football doesn't even end on Saturday here on News Channel Nebraska. I wanted to let you know about the Jet Awards, which will be airing on News Channel Nebraska tomorrow morning at 6:30 and 10 a.m. Andy, this is the award where they crown the top college return specialist in the nation from last season. Johnny Rogers will be the host, of course. Husker fans know that name as the 1972 Heisman winner, who the awards are named after. So tune in 6:30 or 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to catch that 30-minute ceremony. Back to football action, and Doane hurdles, somersaults, and is in there for the score, and the Doane Tigers are on the board.
And Doane kind of showing you his array of moves. That time, electing to go in the air, just over top of the pile into the end zone. It's good to see the young man finding the end zone, as he's really played a heck of a game thus far. Getting paid off on that last occasion, getting one into the end zone.
Doane's 5th touchdown of the season, and the Tigers looking to tie it up here with the PAT. It's wide.
I think that hit the upright, and it bounced out.
Left in the first quarter. It's Dakota Wesleyan 7, Doane 6.
So it will remain 7-6, but the Tigers strike with 3:37 to go. We'll be back.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
I just think it's an awesome opportunity. I mean, the kids love being on TV. I love being able to be showcased on TV that I'm supporting the local teams. And it's awesome that NCN can show the whole state what our local teams are doing. And I feel that's just an excellent benefit. I love that my advertising dollars reach even farther than Norfolk, Battle Creek, that my advertising can reach almost the whole state. You can't do that with a billboard or the local newspaper. You can't reach that far, so that's really exciting to me.
So 3:37 to go. Dakota Wesleyan gets the ball back. Tough break for the Tigers. You missed the PAT. The good news is you scored and the offense is clicking, so they'll see if they can keep it at 7-6 here before going into halftime.
Yeah, you know, I kind of talked about it there, how that wind is in the face of the kicker when they're on that side of the field. And I think you might have saw it affect just the PAT there.
So 3:33 left in the half. And this will be a delay a game against Dakota Wesleyan.
So Wesleyan's played a pretty clean game here, penalty-wise. This is kind of a bad spot to start kind of shooting yourself in the foot. You're backed up once again, but you have an opportunity to come away with the wind to your back and get a late score here.
About a 5-yard pickup by Aaron to get those 5 back.
Gain of 5, 2nd down and 10 at the 27.
And I kind of feel like that's where Wesleyan's at their best, when they're not necessarily a hurry-up offense, but they're playing with some pace. And here's an opportunity to run a little bit of a 2-minute offense here with as time's starting to wind down in this first half.
This time Lester will keep it, goes up the middle. He was hit by Heidoff originally, and he gets about 7.
So that was a good read there for Lester, keeping the ball, pulling it, and getting upfield. But he paid the price, took a couple of shots. That is going to bring up a 3rd and short here, and that's how detrimental those early penalties are, because right now it'd be 1st and 10 instead, 3rd and 3.
And this will depend on the spot.
Yeah, I was trying to track the line judge there. I'm not exactly sure where he's at. We might have a measurement here.
Tackled by Bodfield.
Bodfield made the tackle. Dakota Wesleyan says first down.
Doane saying
no, says not
short. Huh.
Weird. And you're right, we'll get the chain gang coming out. 7-6 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A-stop today.
And it's October, Brandon. That's Fuel the Cure, talking about breast cancer awareness. So for every gallon of E10 or E15 ethanol you purchase at a A-stop from Aurora Cooperative, a portion of the funds goes to support breast cancer.
There you go. First down by about a tip of a football.
So the Blue Hats were right.
We need to keep record of who's right and who's wrong throughout this football game.
Now that was a big pickup right there for the Wesleyan offense, able to keep the ball, keep this little bit of a 2-minute style offensive drive alive, not giving the ball back to the Doane Tigers, who finally started clicking there on offense. Kind of playing keep away here, and same time taking your chances of sticking a late one in the end zone here.
Lester finds Neugebauer, who gets out of bounds in Doane territory.
What a well-designed play. Lugenbauer running underneath the out route. Defense kind of losing him. He's just able to settle down in that window. Then he makes a nice move, breaks to the outside, and he gets out of bounds.
Neugebauer in motion, and they shovel pass it to him. And he gets around the corner. Neugebauer, he is going to go 44 yards for the score.
Holy smokes, and now you're seeing the speed there from Lugenbauer. It looked like this play was getting strung out, but when he turns it upfield, look out, makes a little move there, gets through the traffic. As Katie bar the doors, he finds pay dirt, scampers up the sideline for a huge score with just under 2 minutes left in this first half.
And that is a response by Dakota Wesleyan after the Tigers of Doane found the end zone for the first time. 44-yard shovel pass for Neugebauer.
Yeah, it actually goes down in the books. The stat sheet has a touchdown pass there, but that's how big that first down conversion was on 3rd and short. They got just enough, just the nose of the football to move the chains and set up their offense for another quick strike score.
1:45 left before the break. Dakota Wesleyan back on top, 14-6.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, a physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com.
8-point lead for Dakota Wesleyan. Sun coming out from behind the clouds here at Al Papik Field in Crete, Nebraska. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, glad you're with us here on News Channel Nebraska for the contest between Doane and Dakota Wesleyan. And we have a big return. And
goes.
Still going. Brought down near the 10. Gamble Moore gives the Tigers a monster boost on the return.
As soon as Moore was able to break contain here and get to the sideline, look out. Excellent blocking, no laundry on the field. And you saw a lot of speed there from Mr. Moore. Wesleyan's fortunate he didn't get in the end zone on the return.
80-yard return to the 10.
And how many big plays have we seen through the special teams now for really both units?
And
wow.
White is hit hard, but still had a nice pickup.
Nice pickup, but like you said, he was greeted there at the tail end. I think that was a outside linebacker coming across the field. Wow. Pads are really starting to pop out here at Al Papik Field.
That was a 5-yard pickup. Wasserman keeps it on the option. Wasserman dives in there for the score, and the Tigers, a big return, and 2 plays later, have answered.
And that's what big plays can do for you. It just kind of fuels your offense. Looks like the Tigers going to stay on the field. And another good read from Wasserman as he elects to pull the ball. Saw just enough of a crease to get him across the goal line.
5-yard touchdown run. And the Doane Tigers are going to just go for the PAT here.
Like the call, still kind of early to be chasing points, down by 1. But what a surge of energy. You just feel it on the sideline now for Doane University. Everyone kind of coming to life, the crowd coming to life.
So a minute and a second left to go, and that scoring drive set up by this, Andy. Sun comes out, all of a sudden the special teams just clicks for the Tigers.
Should have said anything better. The sun breaks free of the cloud as Mr. Moore breaks free from the defense, gets up the sideline. I thought he was going to take this one to the house, but his old offensive buddies took care of that 2 plays later. It really is a game of momentum and big plays, and you see how when something good happens, it translates to points shortly thereafter.
Kicking off, number 42, Caden Tice. Returners, number 8, Spencer Negebauer.
Boy, and that was really the spark that this Doane Tiger offense needed, as you had a lot of momentum squarely on the sidelines there with Dakota Wesleyan. Their offense really starting to click. That was quite the answer.
So Dakota Wesleyan's return
Negebauer on the return to the 35.
by Negebauer to about the 35. So a lot of action happening in the final couple of minutes here of halftime, or before halftime.
Really is, you know, like the offense has just kind of woke up here.
32, Jackson Abe.
Well, I think what's going on is you have 2 defensive, a little bit of a chess match going on there between 2 really good defensive coaching staffs. They did their film work throughout the week and really took away the strengths of both offenses. Now you're seeing the offensive coaches make adjustments throughout that second quarter and finding some answers there.
1st and 10 at the 35.
We have a 1-point game.
And some moves here by Lester as he gets to near midfield, a 12-yard pickup.
Tackled by Bodfield.
Lester kind of showing you some, another dimension of his game. We saw him keep the ball a couple of times, but for the most part, it looks like he likes to deliver the ball through the air or move the ball through the air, and he's got a pretty nice touch on his ball for the most part, but he's keeping that defense honest. He's not allowing them to just fall back into coverage. When he keeps it, tucks it, and runs.
Negebauer trying to stretch the defense again, this time tackled in the open field by Ryan Michael. Also a laundry flag on the field.
Yeah, typically when a flag is thrown there, you're going to see a hold kind of on the edge, and that's what the motion appears to be. From head official there, Randy Hagedorn.
Holding, offense number 13. 10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
And Doane's going to elect to take the penalty there and back that offense up. Only 20 ticks left on the clock. You're really just trying to keep that offense away from the end zone.
And Dakota Wesleyan looking like they're just going to kneel on it and go into halftime.
Not a bad decision. You know, you're sitting at 0-3. You're on the road. You have a lead. And things, for the most part, have kind of been going your way. You've got some fortunate bounces. Let's go into the break here on top and talk things over and come up with a plan to secure this victory.
So it'll be a 1-point lead for Dakota Wesleyan, 14-13 as we head to halftime. Don't go anywhere. Stats, highlights, and analysis all on the way.
Have you ever wondered what's behind the doors of Valley Vet Fashion Direct in Marysville? See, this isn't just a vet supply store. They carry a large selection of all kinds of boots, work, fashion, or casual, for all ages. Make sure you check out the sales selection to steal a deal. Perfect your look with a variety of jeans, shirts, and accessories. And if you can't find your size in the store, chances are they have it in their huge warehouse. Valley Vet Fashion Direct on Highway 36 in Marysville, open 7 days a week.
People will travel for something unique and different. You build a business on relationships. And NCN has been able to build relationships with people in other communities across the state. And we strive to build relationships with our customers and tell them we do care and show them we do care. And by providing that information on NCN and putting it out there, the way our store looks, the way I communicate with people, I think it personalizes us and makes it real. And NCN is real.
There's a unique educational experience right here in Omaha. With access to top-rated programs, in-demand degrees, and a worldwide community of graduates, UNO prepares students for life, wherever it may lead. From Omaha to Italy to Uganda to Japan, Mavericks are working in communities around the globe. So where will a degree from UNO take you? UNO, access to exceptional, access to the world. Learn more at unomaha.edu.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Ken's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Ken and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Ken's Pharmacy for yourself. Whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service, trust Ken's U-Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Ken's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style? And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers. From classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
There's a lot of things going on in kids' minds that we cannot see. Stress, anxiety. They're wanting to know how to deal with those emotions.
You doing okay? I'll get very discouraged, but when I came to 3rd grade, my teacher helped me a lot. And it's very helpful when you have a teacher that really, really wants to help you.
Mental health affects children academically, socially, when they're learning content. Even in small communities, mental health is important in our students.
The picture is really clear, you know, it's really close up, and you know, it's kind of professional, like you're watching ESPN.
Or after a big game, lots of kids show up in my office and they're always talking about, wow, did you see that hit by so-and-so, or did you see that shot?
They really appreciate being able to see it, whether they've got family that's out of town, they're able to watch it from afar, or even if the weather's not great.
And they're always so positive about our kids. They're positive about the officials and about the fans.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Ken's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Ken and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Ken's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service. Trust Ken's You Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Ken's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you gotta check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
For the rest of the halftime entertainment.
And welcome back here at halftime, presented by your local Ken's You Save Pharmacy. Got questions about your prescriptions? Trust Ken's Pharmacy for answers on your medication, health information, over-the-counter products, and vaccinations. That's Ken's You Save Pharmacy in Crete, a Health Mart pharmacy caring for you and about you. Certainly an interesting, wild momentum swinging first half, Andy, between these two teams. When it's all said and done, though, we have 1 point separating Doane and Dakota Wesleyan.
Right, and the mistakes really has played a huge part in this game. I just kind of felt like Doane University might have been a little sluggish there in the first quarter. Their offense came to life ultimately there in that second quarter, scoring 13 points. And it's really just been the turnovers, you know, those self-inflicted wounds, if you will, for this Doane University offensive unit that's really kind of plagued them here this afternoon. But give them a lot of credit for battling back through that adversity and get back within 1 point here. And flip the script here or go on the sideline of Dakota Wesleyan. You know, you see right there on your screen, they're 0-3. Well, they're looking at this one going on the road. It's you know, your home opponent here. It's their homecoming, a lot of fun, a lot of festivities going on. When you came here on a business trip, you're trying to get your first victory of the year, and they're well on their way. They're playing sound assignment football on offense. I like what they're doing, especially when they get in that little bit of when they play at up tempo. I feel like that really fits their strong suit, and we got a good one here.
We certainly do. And you'd expect no less for a homecoming game. We'll take another break, come back with some more highlights, stats, and analysis at Al Papik Field.
As state treasurer, I run Nebraska's college savings account program, which we call NEST. NEST is one of the premier college savings plans in the country, consistently earning top 5 rankings. When you invest in a NEST 529 account, you are immediately eligible for a state income tax deduction, and your investment grows tax-free. NEST dollars can be used to pay nearly any college expense, including community colleges and trade schools. If you'd like to open an account, like we did for our daughter, visit nest529.com today.
Are you struggling with pain or mobility issues? Do you need physical or occupational therapy? Husker Rehab can help. With 6 locations, help is in your hometown or just a short drive away. Our goal is to keep you moving with the most modern and up-to-date rehabilitative techniques. If your life is being ruined by physical pain, come and see us. Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms, in Fairbury, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Nebraska City. Visit us at huskerrehab.com.
Nebraska towns, I think they've always just had a great yearning for their town and their history and their heritage and the successes they've had over the years, and they're looked upon as a local hometown hero for, you know, maybe just for that one time, but it's something they'll never forget. And so we're we're happy to be a part of that as well. So, highlighting the community and the people there. We get feedback from people who watch the games and see our name out there, and I know they appreciate it because their relatives back home will be able to watch the game, and that's a great reason for us to be tied together with News Channel Nebraska.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style? And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers, from classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, a physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab, with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com.
As state treasurer, I run Nebraska's college savings account program, which we call NEST. NEST is one of the premier college savings plans in the country, consistently earning top 5 rankings. When you invest in a NEST 529 account, you are immediately eligible for a state income tax deduction, and your investment grows tax-free. NEST dollars can be used to pay nearly any college expense, including community colleges and trade schools. If you'd like to open an account, like we did for our daughter, visit nest529.com today.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
I just think it's an awesome opportunity. I mean, the kids love being on TV. I love being able to be showcased on TV that I'm supporting the local teams. And it's awesome that NCN can show the whole state what our local teams are doing. And I feel that's just an excellent benefit. I love that my advertising dollars reach even farther than Norfolk, Battle Creek, that my advertising can reach almost the whole state. You can't do that with a billboard or the local newspaper. You can't reach that far, so that's really exciting to me.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, a physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab, with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com.
Welcome back here at Al Papik Field. 14-13 your score at halftime. You know, we've of course been talking about COVID-19 and the rare situations it has caused. Offensive coordinator Dave Kimura. See him there. That is on a property just north of the field. He is, we believe, helping call plays and coordinate the offense from outside the stadium. The reason being he may or may not have been exposed to COVID-19, so he's in that sort of quarantine type state, but he's still helping out Crete and Doane specifically from outside of Al Papik Field.
And you just kind of hit the nail on the head there, Brandon. This is 2020, so you know, usually having your offensive coordinator off campus or out of the stadium to help call plays, that would be something to note. But here in 2020, it just feels kind of like normal, doesn't it? Yeah. Just a wild year.
Well, back to football action. Let's take a look at some highlights from that first half of this 14-13 ball game we have at the break. And this was what started off the scoring or led to the scoring. So you have the knee down on a punt situation for Doane. That ends up setting up good field for Dakota Wesleyan. And you have a couple good passes. Lester hitting Daniel Leibolt there, and then going right back to Leibolt for what would be the first touchdown of the game, 25-yarder.
Yeah, 3 plays later, that quick strike offense strikes after a big play or a blunder on special teams.
Great defense, though, by the Tigers. They tried to respond, and who else than your best defensive player, Riley Heidoff, getting in there, making the sack along with Homolka and Bodfield. And then Adam Wasserman throwing it on the run. There he finds Caden Reimers for the catch. And he's had some mixed success through the air.
He has. It's been big plays, and here's a bad one.
Going for it all, unfortunately. Great play by defensive back Adam DeYoung, who nearly turned this into a pick six.
Really ill-advised and solid double coverage there.
And then you have great play by Jakeem Robinson, D lineman with the pick. You don't see that too often, but he did that, and it sets up a Jermaine Darogene touchdown from 1 yard out.
Yeah, and you're seeing those big plays on special teams and defense, really that momentum shifting or finding its way onto the offensive side.
But how about this before halftime? Spencer Neugebauer shovel pass 44 yards to score. A lot of action happened in the final 3 minutes. This put Dakota Wesleyan up 14-6, but Doane was not done either.
They're not. This really has been a game of big plays, and Neugebauer ran that exact same sweep earlier to no gain. They went right back to it for a huge gain and touchdown.
This is Gamble Moore on the return. 80 yards, broke through and gets up the sideline, so close to taking it to the house. Tackled at the 10. Good news for Doane, though. They would find the end zone from it. Adam Wasserman keeps it 5 yards, and he is in there. PAT would be good, making it a 1-point game at the break.
Yeah, like we're talking about, a lot of big plays, fireworks really for both teams. And as the tail of tape goes, you're looking at total yardage, 151 for Doane to 150 for Dakota Wesleyan. So 1 yard differential there, a 1-point differential on the scoreboard. And Brandon, we got homecoming, a lot of fun and festivities, some parties going on here in Crete, Nebraska. Well, there's also a party going on up in Pierce, Nebraska. I'd like to wish my nephews, Colin and Henry Klassen, a happy birthday. They're having a little dual birthday party up there, and heard that they're tuning in. They looked us up on Twitter, so shout out to those guys. I'm sure they're having a great time.
Gotta love that sugar high, ice cream, cake, right? Balloons, all that good stuff. Hey, happy birthday to both of them.
Save me a piece, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 14-13 at half. We're about 3 minutes to kick off. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the third quarter between Dakota Wesleyan and Doane.
Have you ever wondered what's behind the doors of Valley Vet Fashion Direct in Marysville? See, this isn't just a vet supply store. They carry a large selection of all kinds of boots, work, fashion, or casual, for all ages. Make sure you check out the sales selection to steal a deal. Perfect your look with a variety of jeans, shirts, and accessories. And if you can't find your size in the store, chances are they have it in their huge warehouse. Valley Vet Fashion Direct on Highway 36 in Marysville, open 7 days a week.
People will travel for something unique and different. You build a business on relationships. And NCN has been able to build relationships with people in other communities across the state. And we strive to build relationships with our customers and tell them we do care and show them we do care. And by providing that information on NCN and putting it out there, the way our store looks, the way I communicate with people, I think it personalizes us and makes it real. And NCN is real.
There's a unique educational experience right here in Omaha. With access to top-rated programs, in-demand degrees, and a worldwide community of graduates, UNO prepares students for life, wherever it may lead. From Omaha to Italy to Uganda to Japan, Mavericks are working in communities around the globe. So where will a degree from UNO take you? UNO, access to exceptional, access to the world. Learn more at unomaha.edu.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Ken's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Ken and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Ken's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service. Trust Ken's U-Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Ken's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style? And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers. From classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
And we are back here at Al Papik Field and ready to go. The Doane Tigers will be getting the ball first here to start the half. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you. This one back to Moore, who had that great return at the end of the second quarter. Brings this one out past the 30.
Moore on the return. Tackled by number 19, Preston Emerson. The Tigers will have the ball first.
So looking at those stats from the first half. Total offense, very even. Doane, 151 yards. Dakota Wesleyan, 150. And you look at Doane, they had 22 yards in that first quarter. So they really started to get that offense working in the second.
Yeah, they really did. And then talking about the return game, averaging 35 yards per kickoff return.
Back to Darrow Jean,
the ball carrier.
who in the first half had 45 yards rushing, the exact same as Jacoby White, both of them 45 yards on the ground, in addition to Wasserman's 33. Wasserman.
Uh-oh, Darrow Jean's down on the ground here. Looks like he's clutching that left knee. Oh no.
That is not what you want to see, but
hopefully it's just a light sprain or something of that nature, but he's not putting a lot of weight on that left leg.
it is very encouraging to see him hop up so quickly and walk off under his own power. So we'll obviously keep our eyes on Darrow Jean on the sideline.
Well, you know, Brandon, you were kind of running down the stat sheet there with Darrow Jean and Jacoby White both turning in some solid efforts there in the first half. I really felt like that's where Doane hit their stride, the ground and pound game. That spread offense, so lethal there if you have two capable backs like they do.
2nd and 6, Wasserman keeps it. He's hit hard, and that'll be enough for a first down. As again, just a minute into the second half, 14-13 lead for Dakota Wesleyan.
Another nice read there from Adam Wasserman. But what set that up? That was Mr. White leading the defense inside the misdirection there off that zone read. And if the defense doesn't collapse, if they don't give Jacoby White and Darrow Jean, on that last occasion it was Mr. White, but if they don't give him that respect and kind of shift that way, he's going to get you for 5 or 6 yards. So really puts that defense in a tough predicament.
White gets past the first defender, cuts it up for about 5.
Once again, a couple of big collisions there at the end of that play. And I mentioned that in the first quarter, how the pads really started to pop there, and just kind of has a feel of a good old throwback football game here as both teams really came to play.
And Wasserman keeps this one, tries to stiff arm, and ushered out of bounds by Trey Bowman.
Yeah. And then Schoenfelder also had nice responsibility there, playing with leverage, playing that outside leverage. Getting strung out, stringing that one out. Wasserman was still able to sneak up the field a little bit here, bringing up a 3rd and 3.
And you have a big play by the defense. White stuffed.
Jermaine Aaron, once again, we've seen him on that backside, that safety blitz where he'll roll down right on time, shutting down a 3rd and 3. Going to force the punting unit for Doane University to take the field here.
Good snap, and that was nearly blocked. Punt away by Mason Krause and no return.
Egan Bauer once again calling a nice fair catch there as that ball was end over end, kind of leading him into the bullets of the defenders. Didn't want to do a costly turnover, a fumble type scenario there. Just call for the fair catch and get your offense on the field.
This broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to Citibank and Trust, a full-service bank dedicated to providing personalized banking services to individuals and businesses in Lincoln, Crete, and across southeast Nebraska. And going down is Lester.
Who else? Riley Heidoff, the reigning GPAC Conference Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to make big plays out on the field. And talk about Citibank being the third quarter sponsor. Well, Heidoff, he's on the money.
Certainly so. Heidoff with 2 tackles and a half a sack in the first half, and he's adding to that here.
So he already has over a sack per game, and he's already at that mark here early in the third quarter.
Lester with time in the pocket, zips it in there to Oxus. And about 2 yards short of a first down.
Whether it's Oxus, Leibold, these receivers for Dakota Wesleyan do a fine job of finding that little soft spot in the zone defense, settling down. Once again, let's talk about Zachary Lester, the quarterback, delivering the ball in those tight windows.
Third and short. And Doane bringing pressure up the middle. A quick pass, and it's hauled in. Nice catch by Sorensen.
Wow, tight coverage too. Sorensen able to hold on to that one, keep his concentration, even though he was being tackled as he was really trying to corral that ball in and gain possession.
Instant replay brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Look how fast that has to happen. The Doane Tigers defense, they really like to bring the pressure. Pretty much on every play, they're sending an extra helmet from one side or the other.
There's a little bubble screen out to Arend. And he gets about 8.
And here we go again. Dakota Wesleyan, their offense is playing with some pace here.
At the 46.
They start hitting you for these little 4, 5, 6 yard routes. Every once in a while they sneak a deep one. Here's a prime opportunity. Second and short. Go ahead and take a shot. You're about to midfield. You got the defense kind of rallying up to a lot of these underneath routes. Maybe try and hit something over the top.
And there's going to be a first down. Another pass to Sorensen.
Once again, Sorensen, little curl route there, getting in front of his defender, getting just enough separation. And Lester delivering another strike. You can just feel it, the momentum and the timing. It's all on point right now for these Wesleyan Tigers. Got this Doane defense kind of back on their heels a little bit.
Play action. Lester rolls to the near side, and another completion to Leibold. Dakota Wesleyan offense is humming right now.
They really are clicking. And don't you like kind of how they're spreading things around here? They're moving the pocket. They're showing you a little bit of a spread, a zone read look. But ultimately, this is just Zachary Lester, the quarterback, playing pitch and catch with all of his receivers.
Another second and short. And another completion.
And this is a real good discipline being shown here from Ross Sipple, head coach for Wesleyan, and his offensive coaching staff. They're just taking what the defense is giving them. They're working those underneath routes. They're not forcing anything down the field. They're getting a nice little cushion from these cornerbacks here from Doane University, and they're just saying, all right, you're going to give us that cushion. We're going to go ahead.
Carry up the middle by Lester for 2.
And we saw that in the first half from Dakota Wesleyan as well. They do just enough with their rushing attack to keep that defense honest. That ultimately paid big dividends on that little shuffle pass that actually went the distance, a touchdown there to Niegenbauer. You just sprinkle those in here and there. Every once in a while they're going to hit.
Lester has time, and he nearly threaded the needle there to Daniel Leibold. And we do have a flag.
Yeah.
Probably going to be interference.
Yeah, I think Cedric Gooch Jr. just had his hands on the receiver a little too much there. And that's exactly what the call is going to be. I mean, you see what Gooch was trying to do, is trying to play with inside leverage, force the offensive guy, outside, use the sideline as his friend. But there's just too much contact there for the officials' liking. Now me, being a defensive back, I'm thinking, well, he just had both hands on him and wasn't allowing him to go where he wanted to go. I didn't see too much there.
Not surprised to see you on that side of the fence, and
yeah.
I can relate. DBs, they have a tough life. Play action again, Lester, and maybe a backwards pass, and Leibold jumps on it.
Line judge saying incomplete pass, but that's still a heads-up play there from Leibold. Just go ahead and secure the possession there. And it was a forward pass, that's what it was ruled, so incomplete. Well, we saw that a little bit last night, and it turned out to be the difference of the game, the big play of the game on a blocked field goal attempt. Everyone was standing around. Finally, a defender picked the ball up and returned it to the house for a touchdown.
So 2nd and 10. 7.5 minutes left to play in the third, and another pass, another catch. Neugebauer hauled that one in. Again, he's the one who had the 44-yard shovel pass and leads all receivers with 77 yards for Dakota Wesleyan in the first 2 quarters.
Just another little curl route settling down in front of that zone defense. And it just keeps this offense right on schedule. Here we go, another 3rd and 5. But now that we're in that red zone area, things start to tighten up. Defenders don't have to cover over the top. They can rally up to the ball just a little bit more here.
A 3 wide set. Neugebauer motions out to the flat, and a good defensive back play there by Cedric Gooch.
Yeah, that time Gooch played it perfectly. Timed that one up, came over with the right hand, batted that ball out.
And 4th down, we'll see what the Tigers opt to do, but it looks like they are bringing out the kicking unit for what will be a 36-yard attempt.
I tell you what, I'm looking at the flagpole here, and it's still whipping around. And they're kicking right into the teeth of that wind.
And it's blocked by the Tigers. Grabbed by Brown, and the Doane special teams comes up huge.
Big play, big play. Unfortunately, we see a flag come in late on the sideline. Hate to see that.
Oh, and it looks like you saw Heidoff hurdle a lineman. I'm not sure if that's what the flag will be on, but on that replay.
Well, with Heidoff sack, possibly a blocked PAT, a couple tackles for loss. He's making another run at GPAC Conference Defensive Player of the Week again.
After the field goal was blocked, Unsportsmanlike on Doane, number 2. Hands to the face. That ball be half the distance to the goal. It will be Doane's 1st and 10. If you're number 2's.
So Brown, he's the one who actually recovered it. You see him with the ball, and they said hands to the face.
There you go.
There you see it.
And that's a good call. Late after the play, and he just kind of took a shot. Not a big shot, but still, you don't need to see that. And he lost some yardage there for his offense. Still an excellent play from that special teams, basically the defensive unit there for Doane Tigers.
So Doane will start on their 11, 89 yards to go. And nothing there for Wasserman.
Oh, give Dakota Wesleyan a lot of credit for staying true, keeping their gap responsibility as Wasserman tried to reverse field. They strung it out perfectly east-west, didn't allow Adam Wasserman to get up the field.
So a scoreless third quarter up to this point, still 14-13 Dakota Wesleyan. So we near the 6-minute mark. And that's good news. Wasserman hands it off to Doane, who is back in the game after limping off with a little bit of a knee injury, it appeared, last drive.
And once again, Doane makes a heck of a read there. That play was supposed to go to his right, to the top of your screen. That was just collapsed by that defensive front. Changed direction, goes to his left. Was able to at least get 2 or 3 yards there to bring up a 3rd and manageable for this Tiger offensive unit.
3rd and 6, Wasserman fakes the handoff. He's in trouble. Wasserman taken down. Samuel Kretschmer making the play, and the Tigers will have to punt.
And tip your cap to the entire Dakota Wesleyan defense on that 3rd down. That was man-to-man coverage down the field. Wasserman had nowhere to go with the ball. He also had the pressure and the cleanup job from the rest of those fellas down there in blue helmets. Out across the board was assignment sound defense on what could be a huge 3rd down. As we see this game play itself out, you might go back to that play and say that's where the things kind of changed.
High punt from Kraus, and that takes a Doane bounce. Fielded by Neugebauer. He gets a decent return, and Dakota Wesleyan will start this upcoming drive at the 42.
Really been impressed with Neugebauer on offense and, of course, on special teams. On that occasion, he saved his team who knows how many yards, as that was one heck of a Doane bounce there, but he scoops it up. He just makes that first guy miss with relative ease. Little 9, 10-yard return, but that could have been a net 30 yards right there. I mean, it's just a little play. You don't think twice about it, but I know I do, and I'm thinking about field position and where we're at in this game, holding on to that slim 1-point lead. It's plays like that that set yourself up to win this game, you know, sneak out of here with your first victory on the road.
And more good play there by Gooch, another PBU.
Yeah, you feel like they're trying to pick on Gooch here, but he's applied pretty tight pressure. He's staying with his man, stride for stride.
Play action as Lester rolls out. He connects with Oxis. Make it 3rd and short.
Yeah. I mean, another short pass underneath. Oxis was able to fall forward, lean forward, and bring up a 3rd medium here, 3rd and 5. This really opens up the playbook because now they can run their slant routes. Now they can run that curl route and pick up a 1st down. They don't need to stretch their play. So that entire offensive playbook is wide open here for head coach Ross Sipple.
And going up top, and that was Gooch again, shielding the receiver that time.
Gooch just played that one perfectly. had the defender in his back pocket there, had leverage, and like you said, didn't allow the receiver to even make a play on the ball. And if the receiver would have tried to make a play, he would have had to go through Gooch, so that could have been offensive pass interference. Yeah, they're trying to pick on old Gooch Jr. and nothing doing on that set of downs.
The punter is number 13, Tate Gale. Lambert in punt return formation for Doane.
So Dakota Wesleyan will punt this one.
Uh-oh.
And that would be a false start.
False start, offense, number 45.
As Jacob Schaefer, redshirt junior out of Sheldon, Iowa, try to get a little bit of a head start there. Part of that coverage unit. That's one of those penalties. I don't feel like it really hurts you too much because that actually might give your unit a little bit more room to run with and to work with, not allowing that ball to bounce in the end zone.
Low snap that bounced, kick is away. And bounces inside the 20.
Yeah, so after you saw a couple flashes there from Dakota Wesleyan, their offensive unit, ultimately the Doane Tiger defense holds once again, gets the ball back to their offense with another chance here with 3:49 left in this third quarter to make a drive and get back on top.
This drive will start right on the Doane 20.
Please set the play clock to 25.
Yeah, White in the backfield behind Wasserman.
Jacoby White, the
Gain of 1 or 2 there on first down.
Yeah, both White and Darrow Jean have had solid games here thus far. And that's the setup play right there where it's just handoff in the backfield and that zone read look, running between the tackles. You know, it's just a short gain, but that play right there, there's so many different plays that placate off of that. Really type of a setup play. Oh yeah, and in the meanwhile, White and Darrow Jean, they're picking up good yardage for you as well.
And Wasserman nowhere to go.
Wasserman on the carry.
There was a slew of blue helmets keeping him from going anywhere. In fact, he might have lost one.
Yeah, Wesleyan, I think they had that one sniffed out pretty early. And Darrow Jean was kind of throwing his hands up a little bit saying, hey, hand the ball off. I might have had an angle to get to the corner there or get to the edge.
Third down, Wasserman throws behind Lambert.
Wasserman's pass intended for Lambert.
A lot of pressure being applied on third and long there. You know, it's a three-man front, but they end up having 5 guys on the line of scrimmage, and then about a half a count after the snap, a 6th guy came blitzing in there. So it's called a 3-4, but it really turns into a 5-2 defense depending on this, the down and distance. And right there you saw basically a 5-2 look with an extra blitzer coming free.
Rouse gets the punt away, end over end. Neugebauer is potentially breaking this one open. Neugebauer has one man to beat, and he's brought down near the 15.
Wow. Initially, it looked like Doane had the angle, was not going to allow him to go to his right. So what does he do? He loops it back around left to his left. And then a little spin move once he got tied up here. And he was able to get to the sideline again. There was that spin move. And special teams have played such a key role in this game. Really for both units, but you got to feel like Dakota Wesleyan has the upper hand right now.
So ball all the way up to the 16-yard line. Dakota Wesleyan looking to add to its 1-point lead here late in the third. Jet sweep, or excuse me, shovel pass, this time to Leibel. We saw Neugebauer take that same play for a 44-yard score.
Yeah, and Wesleyan, they just keep pressing, they just keep prodding you. You know, they're just trying to find their spots, and every once in a while, that short little shuffle pass or the 4-yard slant route, they break it for a big gainer. So even though that was just a short gain on first down, nothing hurt because, you know, they were taking a shot. It's a relative, you know, safe shot compared to what Doane was doing there in the second quarter, where they were really throwing the ball kind of up for grabs there into heavy coverage. This is a little bit more of a
quick pass to Arend.
Arend on the reception, tackled by Haring.
I was saying, is this a little bit more of a safe taking your shot? You know, just kind of working the underneath and allowing your playmakers to try and break a big one off.
You had Christian Haring making the tackle, the Falls City product.
Called his name a couple times this afternoon. So impressed with how he's able to kind of rally up. A lot of times when he makes those open field tackles, that's after he's getting off of his coverage responsibilities.
And we have a timeout called by Dakota Wesleyan.
Yeah, head coach Ross Simple was running out onto the field and hollered, timeout, timeout at the line judge. He saw that the defense roll into a formation that he didn't like.
We'll take a timeout as well. Still a 1-point game here at Al Papik Field.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
We'll see what Dakota Wesleyan has drawn up out of the timeout. 3rd and 7.
Well, here's your money down. Another big third down in this football game. Talking about that previous third down for Doane, where Wesleyan's defense held and was able to get them off the field and get the ball back to their offense. Here comes another big money down.
Lester keeps it, going to the corner, and he has his receiver. Spencer Neugebauer, his second touchdown today.
Where I was going with those big third downs, that was complimentary football from the Wesleyan defense. There you see complimentary football being played by the offense. They move the pocket, it holds just enough because that was a slow developing play as he's able to just drop it in a bucket there. Zach Lester to his buddy, the big play receiver Neugebauer, who found the back of the end zone, got free.
An 8-yard touchdown strike, and that puts Dakota Wesleyan back up 7, and they're going to try to make it 8 here with the PAT.
You know, when people are talking about quarterbacks like Drew Brees, you know, and Tom Brady, how they throw receivers open, well, that's what you saw right there from Lester. Played with a lot of patience, poised, defense was barreling in on him, and he put the ball right where he needed to, the back of the end zone, and allowed his guy to go find it.
Dakota Wesleyan back on top by 8, 21-13. 29 seconds left in the third. We'll be back.
There's a lot of things going on in kids' minds that we cannot see. Stress, anxiety. They're wanting to know how to deal with those emotions.
You doing okay?
I'll get very discouraged, but when I came to 3rd grade, my teacher helped me a lot. And it's very helpful when you have a teacher that really, really wants to help you.
Mental health affects children academically, socially, when they're learning content. Even in small communities, mental health is important in our students.
That was the first score since the halftime break. It goes to Dakota Wesleyan, with their lead now back to 8.
Yeah, I just want to go back to it. Complimentary football really across the board here for Dakota Wesleyan. Defense making the plays they need to allow their offense to have that opportunity and take advantage, and they're really helping one another out here. Well-balanced game being executed from Dakota Wesleyan thus far here.
Return out to about the 25.
Tackled by Schaefer.
Well, if you ever needed a drive, needed an answer, something positive to happen, here it is right now, as once again those blue helmets over there are really jumping around on Dakota Wesleyan's sideline. A lot of momentum on their side, and they're feeling it. This is where you need your offense to go ahead and put together a drive. Not necessarily points, but a couple first downs.
Here goes Wasserman. And that's enough for a first down, gain of 11.
It's always good when Adam Wasserman can hear me up here, you know. Now another good read. Is he able to just kind of slice and dice his way through the defense and pick up a first down. It doesn't look like he's running with a whole lot of speed, but man, he is picking up yardage.
And
kind of a elusive speed, I guess you could say.
Doane does take the snap before the quarter expires. And White has nowhere to go. Tackled by Aaron Black, which will do it for the third quarter. 21-13, Dakota Wesleyan with the lead. We have 15 minutes left to decide this one. We'll be back.
The picture's really clear. You know, it's really close up, and you know, it's kind of professional, like you're watching ESPN.
After a big game, lots of kids show up in my office, and they're always talking about, wow, did you see that hit by so-and-so, or did you see that shot?
They really appreciate being able to see it. Whether they've got family that's out of town, they're able to watch it from afar, or even if the weather's not great.
And they're always so positive about our kids. They're positive about the officials and about the fans.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Ken's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Ken and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Ken's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service. Trust Ken's U-Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Ken's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
"15 minutes to go, 2nd and 15 for Doane. Wasserman going deep to Baker, and he hauls it in. A huge reception for the Tigers' leading receiver.
And there it is, and that's how you help out your quarterback who's, you know, had some issues working the ball down the field, little misdirection, saw that spin move, getting the defense going right, comes back to the left, finds that single coverage, able to look up his buddy over the top in Baker.
Just the third completion of the game. That's a big one for Doane, as you have Wasserman now 3 for 11. He's going to keep it. Lowers his shoulder, big collision. Out an 8-yard gain. I'd like to remind you, this fourth quarter is brought to you by the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
That's the type of player Wasserman is. He has the arm strength to work the ball down the field, and he comes right back with a direct run. A true quarterback carry, and he lowers the shoulder, lowers the boom, takes the hit to the defender.
White takes the handoff, and he's going to go up the middle untouched. Jacoby White, 30-yard touchdown scamper, and the Tigers are within 2.
And you really got to like what you're seeing if you're a Doane Tiger fan here, especially from that offensive coaching staff, making some adjustments, putting Adam Wasserman in a position there where he had a lot of good opportunity for success, going deep down the field to his buddy Baker, coming back with a quarterback run, and then White with a quick hitter right up the middle. Kind of a linchpin for their offense.
13 carries, 82 yards with that 30-yarder, as well as a touchdown for Jacoby White.
There we go.
Doane is going to go for 2 here to try and tie things up. Wasserman tucks it. He throws it away. Reimers can't haul it in.
Wasserman's pass is incomplete.
It'll stay 21-19.
Oh, man. That was right there, too. Reimers had his hand on it. Wasserman knew he wasn't going to get there, so he just threw it in the end zone. Not a bad decision, as he had really nothing to lose there on the two-point conversion, and that's how close it is, and that's how close this game is right now.
Kings heating up. You're at Al Papik Field. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Jacoby White, 30 yards.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you gotta check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Dakota Wesleyan having some good traveling fans making the trip to Crete, and they have themselves a good ball game. 2 points separating the Tigers of Dakota Wesleyan and the Tigers of Doane.
Yeah, and while I was talking about a linchpin in their offense, it's that quick little, snap to Wasserman in that shotgun, that spread offense, and then you hand it directly to the running back, your lone back there, who's usually offset left or right, but he goes right in between the tackles. And sometimes you'll catch that defense, where they're spread out. They got a lot of their attention trying to cover the edge, trying to play with good leverage on the outside. You forget about covering the middle of the field. Good call there from the offensive coaching staff for Doane for recognizing that and calling it at the right time, as you saw Mr. White 30-yard scamper for that touchdown run.
First and 10 for Dakota Wesleyan at the 25.
Dakota Wesleyan will start on their own 25. Homolka pressure up the middle. Throw is away, and it's intercepted by Gooch. The Doane Tigers get the ball back and have a chance now to take the lead.
Oh boy, well, we're talking about complimentary football being played by Dakota Wesleyan in that third quarter. How about that? The defensive line in Homolka gets to the quarterback, gets his hands on him, and you can see how that disrupted the pass. Gooch able to break out of coverage. Easy interception there. Here we go. The Doane Tigers offense are in business, feeling pretty good about themselves after that last touchdown drive. Set up in prime position thanks to our defense here.
Darrow Jean gets the handoff, picks up one.
And they tried to go right back to work in the middle of the field. Dakota Wesleyan more than ready for it on that first down.
2nd and 9 at the 30.
Wasserman rolling out, he'll tuck it.
Whoa.
He's to the corner, inside the 15, still going. And Wasserman gets the Tigers inside the 10.
He's got sneaky speed. I'll tell you what, he's got sneaky moves. Look at this dead leg there where his left leg just goes limp. Defender totally bites on it, able to bounce outside, and then still just kind of pinballs for another 4 yards there at the end of this run. Just keep, look at this. Here we go. Whoop. Oh, man.
Putting defenders on skates. Wasserman rolling out to the opposite side, to the corner. And it's a touchdown for Baker.
Baker got his feet down. The official was right there. Good call. And we're talking about how Lester was throwing his receivers open. Well, let's give Wasserman a little bit of credit here. This is a difficult throw. Rolling to his left, leading his man left. And he had to put some touch on it. He had to get over the defender here.
Perfectly placed for Josh Baker. The Cedric Gooch INT sets up the score, and just like that, Doane has its first lead of the game. PAT good.
They say it all the time. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Defense came to life for the Doane Tigers, and the offense follows. Isn't that funny how that momentum kind kind of works, kind of spills over from one side of the field to the other.
26-21, Doane up by 5. We'll be back.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
(26-21), Doane on top for the first time today here at Al Papik Field after that Wasserman pass to Josh Baker.
Nagebauer on the return, tackled by Riley Heidoff. And number 9.
And you see in the top left of your screen, right at the table, that's offensive coordinator putting the touchdown signal up, and Dave Kimura. Again, we talked about how he is calling plays or helping sort of navigate the offense from outside of Al Papik Field due to potential exposure to COVID-19, and I think his arms in the air kind of says it all.
Yeah, you could tell that Kamara was trying to work the ball down the field, getting behind the defense, and his receivers were getting that half a step, unable to connect in the first half. Wasserman on the money here in the fourth quarter.
Completion again to Nagebauer, who's over 100 yards receiving on the day.
Yeah, Nagebauer had a nice return on that last kickoff again. I mean, he's just doing a little bit of everything here for Dakota Wesleyan, and this is where I feel their offense is at the best. Short, intermediate routes, get the ball out of Lester's hands in a hurry. Don't allow that pressure, that defensive pressure that Doane likes to play with. Don't even allow it to become a factor. Just get the ball out.
2nd and 1.
On the carry, gain of 6, a first down.
And that'll be a 6-yard pickup and a first down.
Robinson.
That was Arns.
And we'll go back to it. Wesleyan does just enough with their rushing attack to keep the offense. I mean, this is really a tale of two different types of offenses here. Through 3 quarters, 196 yards through the air for Wesleyan, only 43 through the air for Doane. Flip it over to the offensive rushing, you're looking at 21 yards for Wesleyan compared to 137 rushing yards for Doane. So 2 offenses getting it done in 2 very different ways.
Homolka trying to run down Lester. He throws it on the run. That's the first down again to Nagebauer.
Yeah, that's just a lot of ground for Cedric Gooch, the defensive back there, to cover. You're also trying to match up against Nagebauer, who's having himself a ball game here. Knows where that sideline is. Did a nice job getting the defender kind of bite on that inside move as he broke it off for that down and out.
Boxis motioning across the formation. Lester throws that way up in the air, and Sorensen was the closest target.
Yeah, if Lester wouldn't have put so much on it, you know, it kind of looked like a 50-50 ball there, and maybe that's what he was doing, just trying to throw it away, keep it out of harm's way, and you know, from Mr. Cedric Gooch Jr., but he might have been able to get a pass interference call there if that had been more catchable. The way it was, I don't think the officials even had the option to throw the flag.
Heidoff coming off the edge. And somehow that is caught.
Jeez.
Nagebauer just continuing his amazing performance.
It's a gain of about 9. 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, look at these hands.
23.
Defense right on time, contending the pass, the catch. Neugebauer still able to just haul it in.
This broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits. Get the insight to your new favorite drink at Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits, East Highway 33 in Crete.
And that last play, which you did notice, Neugebauer worked back to the ball, didn't allow the defender to make any kind of a play on it. That's helping your quarterback.
Arn sheds a tackler and is tackled near the 10.
Kept his feet.
He's still going. He's in the end zone. Arn will score from 23 yards out.
Brown thought he had him on the ground. His knee did not touch the ground. Officials were right there. We'll get a good look at it here.
Look at it here.
Oh. Saw a defender kind of slide in front of him there. And I mean, we slowed that down. That happened a lot faster than that as we kind of put in a slow-mo look for it. Officials talked it over though, and it looks like that play call is going to stand. Wesleyan back on top.
And now Dakota Wesleyan will go for 2 to try to make it a field goal difference. And Neugebauer does just that.
Yeah, of course you're going to go to Neugebauer, who had single coverage. Once again, it was good coverage, but great offense will beat good defense.
10:09 left in the fourth quarter.
We have ourselves a wild one here in Crete, Nebraska. Dakota Wesleyan back on top by 3. You be the judge. Was the knee down?
As state treasurer, I run Nebraska's college savings account program, which we call NEST. NEST is one of the premier college savings plans in the country, consistently earning top 5 rankings. When you invest in a NEST 529 account, you are immediately eligible for a state income tax deduction, and your investment grows tax-free. NEST dollars can be used to pay nearly any college expense, including community colleges and trade schools. If you'd like to open an account, like we did for our daughter, visit nest529.com today.
Welcome back to Al Papik Field. Dakota Wesleyan up by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion.
And my goodness, the big plays continue for both of these Tiger teams. Doane University Tigers and, of course, Dakota Wesleyan University Tigers.
Moore trying to break through again. He had that 80-yarder at the end of the second quarter. Brings that out to about the 31.
I'll tell you what, Moore did an excellent job of reading those blocks. That was a perfect lane set up for him there, and he was able to just ride that for a really nice return on that kickoff. Right, it has not been limited. It's just the offense and defense coming away with interceptions and things of that nature. Special teams has generated a lot of these big plays that we're talking about.
Darogene up the middle, gets 3.
On the carry, gain of about 3. Tackle by number 26.
And I think that's what you want to see. You know, if you're a Doane University fan, get back to the ground and pound. Let the players like Jermaine Darogene and Jacoby White, you know, really they're responsible for a big part of why you're in this position. Only down by 3. Go ahead and ride them here throughout this fourth quarter and try and get it back to the end zone.
Wasserman throws back across his body and completes it. 12-yard pickup for Reimers.
And once again, what are you seeing? You're seeing Wasserman use his legs, even in the passing game, move in the pocket, finding time. He has just enough accuracy to find Reimers there for the first down.
Not much there for Darogene on the carry.
Tackle by 99.
Yeah, and give Dakota Wesleyan, give their defensive front a lot of credit. That's not easy, bottling up Darogene and the likes of Jacoby White consistently, and for the most part, there's been a couple busts here and there, they've been able to bottle up that little quick handoff, that zone read set. They haven't allowed a whole lot of yardage there in the middle of the field.
2nd and 9. Wasserman has room to run. He'll take it. 3rd and short upcoming. He took another pop.
To the Dakota Wesleyan 49.
Yeah, that's one thing about it. If Wasserman, that's just kind of his style. He's going to fight for every yard, but when you don't go down or elect to slide or even go down on first contact as a quarterback, you're going to take multiple blows. And right there, he took that initial hit, which was quite a shot. And then he had some outside linebackers and safeties barreling down on you. He took a couple other shots. That starts to wear on you. And now we're midway through the 4th quarter. I bet Wasserman he's starting to feel it a little bit.
Right to Doane, and the senior moves the pile and moves the chains.
How about those big fellas up front for Doane getting work done here in the 4th quarter? They just moved that line of scrimmage up the field, really plowing the way for Mr. Doane.
This 4th quarter is brought to you in part thanks to Nest 529 College Savings Plan. Pitch to Doane. He cuts it up. There's about 6 or 7 more.
Yeah, little toss play there. Good rhythm here for Doane, working the ball inside, going back out. And Doane with a nifty little move there, making that first man miss. He'll pick up some good yardage here on first down.
Doane gets a first down and then some. This running game continuing to pound away.
I tell you what, Brandon, I really like that play call from the offensive coaching staff out at Doane. We've seen it a lot of times here this afternoon where it was 2nd and short, 2nd and medium, where they put the ball in the air, and some of those have turned into turnovers as Wasserman delivered the ball in harm's way. That time they stayed disciplined. They went right back to the ground with Doane, and it pays off with a first down run there on 2nd down.
Wasserman has Reimers, and unfortunately for him, he throws it. Was it picked off?
It was. Oh.
Incomplete. He was out of bounds. Now, Reimers got behind both the safety and cornerback. I thought for a second he was going to chuck it up to him.
And he might have been beyond the line of scrimmage there. And that was Hayden Schmidt who made the play on the ball, staying with his receiver for a very long time. Tell you what, Wasserman very fortunate that his toe was out of bounds when he hauled that one in.
So it's 2nd and 10 after all that's said and done. Inches between on if he was out of bounds or not on the INT. Wasserman goes back to Reimers here on that play for a short pickup.
3rd down and 8 to 29.
Yeah, so that might have been a little bit of a break for Dakota Wesleyan on the pass possession there where we weren't sure if a knee hit the ground or not. Maybe that was a break for Doane, kind of evening things out. The football gods evening things out here this afternoon at Al Papick Field.
And hit immediately after the catch.
Dangerous play right there. Took a long time to develop. That ball had to carry a long ways across the field, giving the defense plenty of time to react to it. And tell you what, the receiver Lambert there paid the price. Big shot.
That was Nate Ruprecht making the play for Dakota Wesleyan. It's 4th down and the Tiger offense is staying out there.
Well, yeah, it's go time. Under 5 minutes. Down by 3.
And Wasserman chucks it up to Baker. It's intercepted. Jacob Zamora.
He fumbled.
And the ball is out, and we have a scrum.
Interception on the play. And then
Oh, my.
Oh, boy.
What is happening here?
Let's see what happens. No motion made yet.
Recovered by Dakota Wesleyan.
Dakota Wesleyan does get it back.
Oh, my.
Dakota Wesleyan has the ball, first and 10 at the 32.
And once again, Wasserman thrown into double coverage. And Zamora played it beautifully.
You have the rake you see there. Nice play by Andre Norman to knock it out, but Dakota Wesleyan, luckily for them, gets back on top of the ball.
Yeah, and, I mean, that was 4th down, so you're trying to make a play, but you still could have maybe tried something a little closer, a little more underneath there, just to try and pick up the 1st down and extend the drive.
Lester stood up and sat down.
By Robinson.
That's Robinson. He's made several plays here today.
He really has. Big fell out of Kearney.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 at the 32.
Loss of 1, and we are at 4 minutes to go. 29-26 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard, helping you add value to every aspect of your operation. Check them out at auroracoop.com.
This is really where Doane has to dig in as a defensive unit, get the 3 and out, and get the ball back to their offense as time is now becoming a factor.
Quick hitch route, another catch for Neugebauer. I feel like I'm saying that every other play.
It's a timing thing, isn't it? You can tell. Lester and Neugebauer, they got a lot of chemistry with one another. And the curl route underneath, they're coming back. Sets up a 3rd and a very manageable 3rd and 2 here. And, you know, it's kind of coach speak, but there's a lot of truth to it. Win 3rd down and you win the game. Well, here's another big 3rd down, and thus far it's really been about a 50-50 split. You know, we've seen Doane have success on defense and offense winning 3rd down. Well, of course, we've seen the same from Dakota Wesleyan. And here we go, we have a timeout.
You let the play clock wind down, trying to burn as much time as you can, and then take the timeout. Well, let's take a look at some more games on News Channel Nebraska's slate. Football next Friday for all of our South viewers. Seward traveling to the House of Orange to take on Beatrice. Live coverage at 6:45 Central for that one. We also have game in the North for our North viewers as well. They will be getting Friday night lights in the way of Wynot and Osmond. Another one of our flex polls. The fans spoke, and the fans chose Wynot against Osmond. That will be available to our North viewing area. 6:45 Central live coverage. Again, both of those games this coming Friday.
And it doesn't matter if you're in the North or South. You can actually watch both of them. Just set up dual monitors, you know, and stream both of them simultaneously, Brandon.
Just the technology whiz. Andy Klassen right there for you, and that is true.
Get your man cave right.
Back to 3rd down and nothing doing for Arend. Stood up by that Tiger defense, and
Homolka.
Doane is getting the ball back.
That was Homolka, the big boy nose tackle right up the middle out of Wilbur, Nebraska, splitting the offensive line there. Big collision in the backfield, and you got to feel like that might have saved the game thus far for Doane, at least getting the ball back to their offense, as Dakota Wesleyan would be well advised to punt this one away here.
Another look at the Pinnacle Bank replay, and there is big Riley Homolka getting low, and you're not going to win that battle too many times. I don't care who you are.
Just blew it up. Another timeout on the field, and I believe it was Doane that might have called that timeout, and that might not have been a bad idea, because we've seen so many big plays through the special teams, and we've seen some really good returns from Doane, and that might be what they're thinking here. Let's set up a punt return, or maybe even bring some pressure and go for a block, as we've seen them block a field goal. So So many big plays throughout on special teams throughout this game here this afternoon.
And the punt's away, a high one. And oh no! Lambert is unable to field it, and Dakota Wesleyan gets the ball back.
Another big play on special teams. Lambert was trying to call for the fair catch. He had to move quiet. He had to cover a lot of ground there. He got there late and didn't quite secure it. Ball got on the turf, and credit Wesleyan and their coverage team for taking full advantage and jumping on it. There you see Lambert pretty frustrated with himself.
And that is tough. If you're Doane, you still have 2 timeouts. Yeah, you certainly can't allow a first down, or you really will not have much time left to work with.
Right, and I might start using these timeouts here.
Arnn tackled again by Homolka, short pickup.
This looks painful, doesn't it, when big old Homolka is barreling down on you and puts you to the ground?
Gain of 1.
Short gain.
2nd and 9 at the 30.
And Doane elects not to call a timeout here. And here you're seeing the little cat-mouse game. Head coach Ross Sipple taking his time with his offense. Usually they play with a lot of tempo, play up pace. Now they're taking a little bit of air out of the ball, letting that clock wind itself down.
7 seconds on the play clock.
Wins to the offensive's back as well.
Arnn again.
Arnn on the carry.
Short pickup. He was upended by J.D. Barr. And now you have Doane's taking its second timeout.
So at the very least, right here, if you just play it safe, if you're Dakota Wesleyan, you're at the very least going to get a field goal attempt here. If you just keep the ball on the ground, you're going to force Doane to take another timeout. I know you want to go to your strength. You want to put the ball in the air, and you know what? Maybe you want to take your shot here and just try and win the game outright. It is your strength, so I guess I kind of talking myself out of my initial decision here, because their passing game has just been so potent and on point throughout this entire game. If you want to go ahead and go for it and try and close this one out, that might not be a bad idea, especially on the road, going for your first win of the season.
A lot riding on this play, obviously, for all of the reasons you mentioned, Andy. We'll see what Dakota Wesleyan will do to approach it. Neugebauer is split out to the left. He's the top target for this offense, being covered by Damon Brown. They have a man in motion, and there is that shovel pass. And coming in and making the big tackle, Dante Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins had that one sniffed out from the beginning. He was moving with the man in motion. As soon as he saw that little shuffle pass, he broke, made a heck of an open field tackle for loss. And that might have moved Wesleyan out of field goal range here. Wind is to their backs, and it does appear to still be whipping around a little bit. I don't know, I think they might just run another play here, or maybe punt it.
Huge play by Wiggins, and yeah, now what will Dakota Wesleyan do? I'd be surprised if they kicked a field goal or went for the field goal because of that loss that you mentioned on the previous play.
The loss, and you already had a field goal blocked earlier in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if we see their other kicking unit, the punting team, come out and try and pin them and really force that offense to drive the entire length of the field with only about 90 seconds left here. And that's what they're going to do, or that's what they're showing anyway. Punting unit has taken the field.
Lambert in punt return formation.
The ball is on the 33. High hanging punt, and he'll gain a few yards, but it'll all depend on where that went out at.
Yeah, not a whole lot of yardage gain there, but you also kept the ball out of harm's way. You didn't allow for any type of return to be set up. And you can see what the kid was trying to do. He was trying to find the corner there.
So the ball is on the 33. And now it's placed at the 26. So that is a net punt of 7. And Doane, they have no timeouts in 1:31.
Here
see
we
what
go.
they can do. And Jacoby White hit and stood up.
Loss on the play.
And I was wondering if that's where Doane would want to start things off with, trying to work the ball up the middle, catching the defense, kind of lagging back in a prevent style. Not the case. Wesleyan well aware of where Doane was trying to go with that one.
There's Trey Bowman stuffing it. And again, you don't have any timeouts. Wasserman zips it, and it is intercepted by Josh Gary. And that should seal the ball game for Dakota Wesleyan.
And how smart of it was Gary. After he secured the interception, just went right down to the ground, downed it. Offense will take the field, and like you said, going to get in victory formation as the Doane Tigers are out of timeouts.
And that is the third interception for this Dakota Wesleyan secondary. They have been playing lights out tonight.
They really have, and it really has. It's been a team effort across the board for Dakota Wesleyan.
The Doane cheer team.
Use the term complementary football. Well, that's really what they've been doing throughout here. Offense helps out the defense. Defense has been helping out the offense in big ways.
Quarterback takes a knee. We'd like to thank our physical plant staff, Dr. Seifert, and all of our athletic trainers, the IT staff.
And with that, we'll see probably one more snap. And that'll do it. Dakota Wesleyan will grab its first win of the season and spoil Doane's homecoming.
For all he does for Doane and Doane athletics.
Well, it was a well-contested game, though, throughout. A lot of big plays back and forth. Very entertaining football game to call.
And a special thanks to Dr. J.W. Gilbert and the Doane Tiger Pep Band.
And that will officially do it. Final snap of the game. Your score, Dakota Wesleyan at 29, Doane 26. As Dakota Wesleyan earns win number 1 on the season. Don't go anywhere here on News Channel Nebraska. We will be taking a break. Come back with our post-game show. We'll hear from head coach Chris Bessler, a Doane Tigers top performer, as well as our top plays, all coming up.
Are you struggling with pain or mobility issues? Do you need physical or occupational therapy? Husker Rehab can help. With 6 locations, help is in your hometown or just a short drive away. Our goal is to keep you moving with the most modern and up-to-date rehabilitative techniques. If your life is being ruined by physical pain, come and see us. Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms, in Fairbury, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Nebraska City. Visit us at huskerrehab.com.
Nebraska towns, I think they've always just had a great yearning for their town and their history and their heritage and the successes they've had over the years, and they're looked upon as local hometown hero for, maybe just for that one time, but it's something they'll never forget. And so we're happy to be a part of that as well. So, highlighting the community and the people there. We get feedback from people who watch the games and see our name out there, and I know they appreciate it because their relatives back home will be able to watch the game, and that's a great reason for us to be tied together with News Channel Nebraska.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style. And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers. From classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, a physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com.
As state treasurer, I run Nebraska's college savings account program, which we call NEST. NEST is one of the premier college savings plans in the country, consistently earning top 5 rankings. When you invest in a NEST 529 account, you are immediately eligible for a state income tax deduction, and your investment grows tax-free. NEST dollars can be used to pay nearly any college expense, including community colleges and trade schools. If you'd like to open an account, like we did for our daughter, visit nest529.com today.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
And welcome back to our post-game show, brought to you by Ken's You Save Pharmacy. Got questions about your prescriptions? Trust Ken's Pharmacy for answers on your medications, health information, over-the-counter products, and vaccinations. That's Ken's You Save Pharmacy in Crete, a Health Mart pharmacy caring for you and about you. Final score in this one, 29-26. Dakota Wesleyan gets the victory, snapping Doane's 2-game winning streak here on homecoming. Let's take a look at the top plays of the game, brought to you by Valley Vet. Homecoming for the Doane Tigers, hosting Dakota Wesleyan. Doane on a 2-game winning streak. Dakota Wesleyan looking for their first win of the season on a beautiful Saturday afternoon at Al Papik Field in Crete. We head to the first quarter, and you have Zachary Lester hitting Daniel Leibold for a 25-yard touchdown strike. That would put Dakota Wesleyan on the board 7-0 early on. Then you have a great play by Jakeem Robinson, the defensive lineman, going back in coverage, gets the interception midway through the second quarter. Some great defensive play. It would set up a Jermaine Darogene touchdown. He had 75 yards on the day. That one punched in from 1 yard out. Missed PAT at 7-6 Dakota Wesleyan. How about a shovel pass to Spencer Neugebauer? He goes 44 yards around the edge. Dakota Wesleyan up 14-6 at this point, under 2 minutes to go before halftime. But the scoring's not over yet. Have a great return by Doane's Gamble Moore. How great? Oh, only 80 yards. Busts through, gets up the sideline, and Moore tackled just shy and down at the 10. But it would set up an Adam Wasserman touchdown from 5 yards out, diving in there. PAT good. It's 14-13, and that would be our score heading into halftime. Going back to his favorite target, Lester hits Neugebauer in the back of the end zone. Neugebauer had a great day, 139 total yards, as well as those 2 touchdowns, so it's 21-13. Doane trying to answer back early in the fourth. Jacoby White right up the middle, 30 yards for the score. Missed 2-point conversion. It's 21-19. Doane down, but you have some great defensive play by Cedric Gooch. He gets the interception, and Doane with all of the momentum here in the fourth quarter. And after that INT, Wasserman throwing it up top to Josh Baker, a touchdown pass from 11 yards out. Baker had 3 receptions, 442 yards. Doane is rolling. They're up by 5, 26-21. Controversial play here. Jamin Arend, look at the knee. Officials said his knee was not down, the right knee there, and he would go in for the score. Arend, a 23-yard touchdown, 29-26. Doane with a little bit of time left Unfortunately, Adam Wasserman is picked off. The 4th interception of the day by Dakota Wesleyan to seal the deal. Final score, Dakota Wesleyan 29, Doane 26. Dakota Wesleyan gets its first win of the season. Those are your top plays, brought to you by Valley Vet, fashion direct in Marysville and anywhere with you at valleyvet.com. Let's head down field side with Andy Klassen, who has head coach Chris Bessler standing by.
Thank you, Brandon. We're down on the field here. I'm with head coach Chris Bessler. Coach, this is a tough one, really a back and forth game. What are your initial thoughts, takeaways? As really kind of appeared you just came up a play or two short.
Yeah, I thought our kids stayed in and fought hard till the end, but they made a few more plays than what we did, especially down the stretch, and just too much to overcome.
Well, talking about overcoming things, you know, there were some big plays that didn't go your way, but what does that say about your team's character? They kept battling back, playing through adversity, and really made this into a game where you felt like you could have won.
Yeah, no, I think the kids did a good job of staying with it, and I know they had the mentality that, hey, we're gonna win this game. It might be right at the very end, but just did not. Like I said, they made a few more plays than what we did down the stretch.
You're a defensive guy. You handle a lot of the defensive coordinating along with the head coaching responsibilities. When your defense needed to make some plays, man, did they step out throughout. Talk to me a little bit about some of those big plays, especially where you had some of your big guys, like in Mr. Robinson, kind of falling back in the coverage, coming away with the big timely interception.
Yeah, no. I thought defensively we gave up some plays. I mean, we lost some leverage and had some miscues, and they had some big plays against us. But we also, we made some plays when we needed to. They made a few more than what we did today.
Well, offensively, defensively, you guys were right there, even though you had some mistakes. What ultimately do you have to clean up in order to kind of move forward and get back on the winning side of things? Yeah,
well, you can't turn the ball over like we did today, and you can't turn the ball over and then not take the ball away from the other team. And we didn't. They led in that margin. I know. That it's going to start there. I mean, field position was usually, we've been playing field position pretty well. Today we got beat with field position. We didn't. We had some miscues in our punt team and our block team, our PAT team, field goal team. So you've got to straighten those things out. You got to go execute.
Well, you may have had a couple mistakes, but you also had a couple of bright spots. Our offensive player of the game, our choice was Jacoby White. He had just a solid performance on the ground. That rushing attack that you guys really has become a strength for your offensive team. Can you kind of tell me about his performance here today?
Yeah, no, Jacoby's has been running the ball hard and has come up with some big plays, big timely plays, especially here in the last 3 weeks. So I'm very pleased with what he's doing.
Coach, thank you for your time, and we'll bring in our offensive player of the game here in Jacoby White. Well, let's start right there. You hear those remarks from your coach, and what does that mean to you when he talks about how you've turned things on and you've been able to break off some big plays, timely plays for your offense?
It just means I got to keep going. I mean, this team depends on a lot of us. This team depends on everyone. We work together, and I got to do my part. And if I'm not doing my part, then I'm not doing my job.
During the broadcast, we were talking about complementary football, and I think, a microcosm of that is what you and Jermaine Darrogene, you guys kind of complement each other very well back there, and I feel like you guys energize one another. Is it kind of like a friendly competition, or is it more where you just really want to see each other excel?
Both. It's all love between me and him. We've trained hard, we've grown together over these past few years, and it's a competition where we push each other to be better than what we can be. We push each other to our limits, and that's how we help this team. Well, it's translated to a lot of success for that Doane offense, I'll tell you that. Take me back to that big play of yours, right up the gut, 30-yard scamper. I felt like you might have caught the defense sleeping right there, and then you turn on the afterburners and no one caught you. I just saw my linemen doing what they were supposed to do, like they normally do. I read the play, yep. saw there was a little gap, hit it full speed, and there was nobody who can catch me after that. And catch you today did not. 80 yards plus today on the ground for you. Solid performance. Ask the coach, I'm going to ask you as well, what do you got to clean up, or what has to change in order to get back in that win column next week? We need to stay in sync. That's our biggest thing. Our biggest thing are mistakes right now. We need to eliminate mistakes and starts in practice, and we need to continue getting stronger each day, and our performance will show that.
Jacoby, thank you for your time. Good luck in the future.
Thank you.
All right, Brandon, let's send it back up to you in the booth.
Thank you, Andy, and again, congratulations to Jacoby White. 14 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown in his performance. And you talked about him and Jermaine Derogene working in tandem. Derogene 20 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown as well. Unfortunately for Doane, they come up short, 29 to 26 here at Al Papik Field, dropping to 2-2. Dakota Wesleyan improving to 1-3. Some final statistics in addition to White and Derogene. Wasserman, 17 carries for 87 yards and a touchdown. Through the air, Wasserman was 7 for 18 with 4 interceptions. 97 yards and a touchdown. You talked about Chris Bessler winning the turnover battle. Wasserman with 4. Zachary Lester threw 2 interceptions. That was the turnover margin. Lester had 232 yards through the air and 3 touchdowns. And Dakota Wesleyan was led in receiving by Spencer Neugebauer, 12 receptions, 139 yards, and 2 TDs in the victory. I'd like to remind our viewers again, football programming continues on News Channel Nebraska. Tomorrow morning, Sunday at 6:30 a.m. and 10 o'clock, you can watch the Jet Awards, only on News Channel Nebraska, 30-minute special hosted by Michael Severe and Johnny Rogers, as they will announce the top college football return specialist in the nation from the 2019 season and being awarding it to that young man, only on News Channel Nebraska at 6:30 and 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That will do it for our coverage here from Doane. Again, final score 29-26. We'll be back for the Tigers' next home game coming up. For our terrific camera crew, for Tyler Brasovsky in the truck, for Andy Klassen, I'm Brandon Axemet. We'll catch you next time.